Absolutely here. I think double red mage has gained a lot of popularity in this tournament. It'll be interesting to see. I think maybe we're gonna see perhaps maybe a thief leading the party here. We'll see how he plays it. So we've got heal 2, harm, air rub in the white mage. Not too bad for level 1. Sleep stun, warp, and temper for black mage starting off. Warp
Okay,
you
so
level
there's
early.
really no kind of kill spells though.
No, not just yet. Weapon shop, we got some iron nunchucks. Armor shop, oh, expensive caps, expensive bracelets. So this is going to be a little bit rough going early. How do you play this with what you've seen so far?
You could definitely make a walk over to the dwarf cave and see if some kind of weapons there. You can also he's going to have, if he grabs a level, he'll have 6 temper charges that he can put. Even like a fighter just punching with some temper charges could probably get the job done against Garland. But yeah, it's going to be pretty rough going here at the start.
Yeah, I agree. I think based off what we've seen so far, a dwarf cave dive might not be the worst idea. Usually you see people go to Temple of Fiends, you check the chest. Sometimes you see people just rush Garland, take the 2 free items. Looks like we're getting Ali checking the chest here. He's got a little bit of frame loss. I didn't get a chance to see what's in the chest there.
Yeah, I didn't get to see what it was either.
Okay, I'm going to assume it's the Vorpal though, so we'll just go with that.
Silver Shield, Opal Gauntlet.
All right, so
We
Ali
got
again.
Demon going straight for Garland. He's going to have 4 temper charges.
So you've seen some runners, especially Czar, when he starts a match, he goes straight to the king. And I think the reason he does that, he wants to see if the progression item is there. And if it is, that lets him know that maybe he doesn't have to check those chests right off to the side in TOF. Here he's going straight towards Garland. We're gonna see what that
okay,
really
that's a reset.
That's a reset. Interesting palette change here. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a thief down on Ali's side.
All right, so Demonfr0g now opting to go and check those chests. We'll get a chance to see what's in that lower left this time. Money. 42. Not bad.
So there's no weapons there that's going to help with the Garland fight. Because we know that there's some armor up in the second chest.
So we are all just black belts this morning. We are all punching away, hoping to get some kills in. Bunch of 1 damages going off. So this is going to be slow starting and kind of go from there. So does this validate kind of checking the dwarf cave now, do you think?
I think that's definitely something you can go for. You might want to get a level just for some more. Ooh, ouch. I didn't see what that imp had, but put down the fighter. Doesn't look like they're going to dwarf cave. I mean, it's only 2 chests. I mean, it's a play I would think about making, at least in this kind of situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after seeing a wipe or 2 here, especially since you know the progression item is not from a chest. Again, you don't know what's coming from the princess yet or the king. I think the dwarf cave is not a bad check just yet. Looks like we got some pretty expensive houses. Not the worst we've ever seen. Again, a couple frame losses from Ali's side. Hopefully that clears up here in a little bit.
It's kind of rough following what's going on his side of the screen, but we can watch Demon here and try to get a sense of where he's at.
We can watch Demon lose both of his red mages. His fighter does get a pretty good swing in, but now he's down
I
to
think
just
he's
2.
just scouting at this point.
Alright, so we got the shield equipped over there. The opal's not going to be any good until we get a class change. That's going to be a little bit far away here. But at this point, we're still just trying to get through TOF here. With 2 characters, I can't imagine he's going to try to take on Garland just yet.
Yeah, he might walk this out, the money and the level, but...
And another reset.
Oh, a reset out.
So no magic early, no weapons early. This is proving to be a little bit of a stumbling block for both the runners here. All right, so at what point someone's got to make that dive? You never know what you're going to get. It is 2 chests. It could just be money. It could be a sun sword. It could be anything. You have to make that check at some point rather than beat your head against Garland here. But here we go again. Demonfr0g making that pull. We're going to see if he can temper up that knight enough to get some hits off.
Yeah, 49 damage from that hit. So a couple more of those will get him through.
Absolutely.
He knows there's nothing super important. Oh, there he goes.
There you go. So get a couple levels here. He is going to lose out on the XP on the white mage, but now he gets to check the 2 items. We've got Canoe. There's your progression item. And Crown.
Crown.
So not so bad. But then again, we barely took out Garland. Do you think there's any chance at all they go straight for Astos?
I would not personally, because Astos has really high evasion. It would be hard to melee him down. You usually want some kind of a spell to take on Astos.
Yeah, I agree. I think the play here is to check the 2 chests. Maybe you get a good weapon in Dwarf Cave. Probably won't. Make your way to Elfin, check out the level 3 spells, maybe take a couple of
cheap cabins. That's good. So it looks like AliG got his Canoe and Crown.
All right, so we got Demonfr0g about to make his way over to the Dwarf Cave. We'll get a check here in just a second, see what those 2 chests had. And we're going to run into a few imps. He opted not to res the white mage. Maybe he goes back now. I think he just realized.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, with the good camping equipment, he shouldn't have really much issue getting down to at least see what the level 3 magic is. It's going to be tough to get the levels, even though to cast level 3. Ooh, lightning imps.
Imps with light, and who knows what they have further in their spell list here as well. So there's sleep. So there's the reset again. I agree. Having the it was 22 gold cabins there. I would probably take a fight or 2, build up maybe 5-10 cabins, and then just manipulate the encounter table here and make your way over to Elfin if at all.
Yeah, I haven't been able to see if there's any real good runs in the encounter table yet. Looks like this is a good run. I can't tell if he hard cycled though. So Saber and a soft potion.
Saber and a soft. So a weapon for sure, but not the best weapon out there. There's the Hooray Dwarf. Everyone put out your hype for Demonfr0g. Checking Hooray Dwarf. Everyone loves to see it. All right, we got the credit scene here as well. Here's another thing too. It's very, very undervalued in a lot of runs, but that credit scene takes up about 20 seconds at least. You really want to put that cabin just like he did right there so that you only see it once.
It takes one quick wipe and having to watch that thing for a second time before you realize maybe this single ass fight should be okay. Granted, he doesn't have anything nasty.
With what we've seen so far, especially picking up that Saber, temper that up, take any XP you can. Really, what you're hoping to do is find good level 3 magic, but at the same time, you're also trying to get the levels so that you can use that level 3 magic. Alright, so we got both runners. Ali just now crossing the bridge. He's getting through the credit scene. Demonfr0g's taking a couple more fights here. It looks like he's going to take on that Ogre and Creep, and I do agree. If you can survive it, take it. If not, run away. But
yeah, he's just safe. So if there's something nasty here, he'll be fine.
Looks like we got Poison Touch there. I think that was on the Creep if I saw it right. 55 damage coming out from the Knight with the Temper. Heal 2 going out. He'll be able to survive this, it looks like. Ali's screen over here. It looks like, is he checking Astos?
Yeah, he is checking Astos.
All right. We're going to see just how much HP Astos rolled with here. But again, you pointed out that with the evasion Astos usually has, this is going to be a very, very tough fight, especially with no spells or weapons other than Saber.
He got a stun off.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he did. He got the stun out. So now he's just going to temper up that Knight and he's just going to swing for the fences. All right, with the frame drops, makes it a little bit hard to commentate on it here, but we're going to assume that he's going to temper up that Knight a few more times. He's going to swing 31 damage with only one single hit, and then tempers go out again. If Astos stays stunned, this might actually be a good play for him. Yep. As soon as I say it, he's cured, though. All right, Black Magic spell. I think I saw Bane and Zap in the Black level 3. Bane's always a good one to see. Oh, Astos just cast Ruse, as if he didn't already have all the evasion. Now
that's
he's got
gonna
the
be
absorb as
tough.
well. Yeah, this
We get to hear our favorite noise in the game, the poison sound. Oh, and he casts slow also.
Wow. So Astos.
And he reads that out. He's gonna give it another go.
Interesting. All right, well, we just saw that Silver Sword was pretty cheap over in Elfland, so maybe Demonfr0g's got the right play here. You get a little bit better weapons and armor and then go make that dive. Looks like stun didn't land this time, so we've got temper going off in the Knight, a little bit of stutter going on, and Astos, oh, it did go off, and Astos is already cured. Somebody pointed out that poison sound actually might be one of the characters screaming for dear life.
We got fast in level 4. That's going to be good to see. We have access to fast and temper.
Ooh, life
and light 2.
Wow, level 4 is.
I believe that's in a spot that a red mage can learn, though.
I have to go for the first slot, so that should be a good one for the red mage, and he's got 2 of them. So
only, yeah, but AliG, he's going to have only 1 character that can learn that.
All right, so you're already starting to see the party composition playing out in Demonfr0g's favor here. He's going to make that quick dive over to Crescent Lake, and you got to think maybe he's hoping for that flow to get some early world progression.
Yeah, he's got to be hoping for that. He just used his last cabin, which means this is going to be a pretty difficult walk.
Oof, nice hit. 80 damage going off. He does get Astos down, and that's great, but you still have no way of quickly getting all the way over to Montoya. You have no way of quickly getting all the way back down to Elfland. What do you think about that play early to make that crown run?
It's going to be really good if this is a ship TNT seed to get out of the area, but that'll save him some time because he's going to be walking kind of in that counterclockwise direction anyways. Gotcha. But yeah, you know, he's probably going to see Sages, he's going to see Bicky, and you know, if there's a floater at one of those 2 positions, you know, that's, oh, we got the slab here from the Sages.
All right, so we did see, I think we saw bracket level 6. Will Cleos is pointing out that this is not Luigi's Mansion. He is correct. It's definitely not. This is Final Fantasy Randomizer. Hopefully somebody, maybe our track
does not have the money to save, so if he can't get through this fight.
Ooh, is this a Tristal MTG moment? In the same city?
Ooh. And
reset.
Oh, wow.
Oof. All right, so there's that reset here. Hopefully he'll get his way back. He does know it's a slab now. He did get a peek inside the shop, so at least it's not too much time lost, but it is time lost for sure. All right, Ali looks to be doing a little bit of shopping still. So 33k gold bracelets over in Crescent Lake as well. That's not the worst I've ever seen, but at the same time, it's still quite a bit of money this early. He goes back in. It looks like he is buying $9 chain armors. That's good for 3 of his characters there. Looks like only...
Yeah, he's going to have to hope that he can get a fight without really any good magic that he can take.
And again, though, like you pointed out before, he doesn't have enough money to save, so he's going to have to take another fight here and potentially live through it. And that's not the fight you want to see.
No, he's... Almost at this point, I wonder if it makes more sense just to kind of... Oh, poison. Ooh.
Stone poison. Ouch.
Stone poison.
No sound
of... I wonder if you just kind of make it go towards Provoca at this point. You know, it's just the slab. You know, there's nothing really that you can buy there. You know, if you can get it like a decent level 2 spell for your 2 red mages, you know, that's going to make this a lot more doable.
I agree. I think almost the smarter play is to stay around Elfland. You hate to do it. Stay around Elfland, take a winnable fight or 2, get some money, pick up some cabins, and then just make the straight sprint to Provoca. So you've got Ali over on his side debating which spells he wants to go for. Is Zap too popular, but it is an AoE spell, and potentially with a low...
That Arachnid fight gave him enough money to stay at the end, though, but he is going back to Elfland.
I agree. I think it's a smart play. You've already seen too much danger over at Crescent Lake. Stay here, get your money up. Looks like he's doing it. Get some save items, make your push to provoke a slab. It's a great item. You can pick it up anytime. Looks like we got both runners just kind of hanging around on Elfland here. We're going to pick up a couple fights. We're going to get some money here. We're going to scream for poison death.
I did not get a chance to look at either Elflin or Crescent Lake's item shop to see if we got any kind of vendor item.
I don't think we've seen the vendor item just yet. If we have, I'm sure Chad will point it out, but they haven't, so I don't think we have. Ogres have heat. That's never fun.
Ooh.
All right, so we have a slow go at the start here. Typically on a jet seed, you're going to see somewhere between 8 to usually 20 minutes flying. Buckle up, prepare yourself. Looks like we're going to be here for a little bit, trying to just get out of the opening areas.
We got AliG with about 2,000 gold on his side, so...
Yeah, Ali's got the money, so is he going for levels, do you think?
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's hoping that he can get off some black magic with his black mage, who will get those charges a lot faster. Ogre, you're opening with heat again on demon side. That's not very fun.
Ali getting a very good Bane cast. Got 2 of them with Poison Smoke. He's leveled up level 6. He's got money. He's got levels. Ali taking it slow and steady. That patience is actually kind of rewarded him with speed here. Still choosing to take these fights, though. I wonder if he's trying to get to a particular level, or is he really just trying to minimize his chance of dying? Looks like he's making a push towards... He's not going Marsh, is he?
I think he's just trying to cycle through some encounters to get a advantageous fight for himself.
Could be. At this point, watching Ali is like watching a kaleidoscope. It's
yeah,
it's 20. All right, creeps are hitting pretty hard early game. I know we don't have too much armor, but 30, 40, 50, 60 damage per hit here. It's taking its toll on Demonfr0g here.
We got level 4s on Demonfr0g now. He's probably going to want to grab a couple more levels before he makes that jaunt again. But I am interested if he just decides to, you know, provoke us the play.
I think if you're looking at the positives here, Demonfr0g has already made the dive towards Crescent. He knows what the sage item is. More importantly, he knows what the enemies outside Crescent Lake have. So it'll be interesting to see. Ali's got money. He's got levels. He's going to make his way over to Crescent soon. Does he run into the same hardships that Demonfr0g ran into? Or does he have the sense to just go ahead and skip straight to provoke it? I'm sure he'll check sages, but we'll see.
And he has the levels at this point to get off some Bane casts. So he can make it through this Cobra fight, where Demonfr0g didn't have the capability to do that.
All right, and about an hour and a half later, Sforzando's got his power restored. We're happy to see that. Looks like him and Maya are going to reschedule their match from earlier, so that'll be a fun one to watch again. And it looks like we got our first river encounter here with the Hydra. Let's see how tough these guys want to be. Did he get off another stun?
He did, and it looks like the Hydra stayed paralyzed.
Wow. Some guys have all the luck. Stuns never land for me.
I can't honestly tell you if I've ever bought it in this version of the randomizer.
I stopped buying it because it never lands, and yet here we've seen it land multiple times. Wow, did we just... Oh, he must be tempering up. Is he tempering up the knight or the red wizard there?
You know what? Your guess is good as mine.
Yeah, it's like watching a kaleidoscope. Like I said, you're seeing an image every 20, 30 seconds here. Whatever he tempered up hit for over 100, and I'm sure it was probably the red mage there with the silver sword, if I remember correctly. All right, so we do have confirmations. Sforzando and me are going to reschedule Saturday high noon. OK Corral. Everyone's going to be there. It's going to be a fun one to watch. It was a good match tonight.
Yeah, it was really close
decided to
the start.
But I'm just kidding. He would never do that. All right, so Ali finds out it's just a slab. Again, he does have the levels and the money, though, to save here and start making his trek up towards Provoka. So you got to give Ali a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, he picked up that slab at the 1930 mark. We'll see what time Demon decides that he's okay to make that trek.
Demon's still really, really low on money. I didn't get a chance to see if he bought some save items. I'm sure that's why he is low, though. Unless he just spent it all on spells.
And one of the drawbacks on the red mage, it takes a while to get a couple of those charges. He does not have any bane charges at this point.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing here as well, besides the spell charges, is that you're running double red mage. They are horrible at running from battles. Whereas on Ali's side, you've got that thief, you've got the black mage. He's going to be able to run almost at will. We'll see how these river encounters kind of work out for him. I'll tell you in a second when I get to see the next frame in about 15-20 seconds.
So only heal potions and the Elfland item shop. I did not get a chance to look at Crescent Lake to see if there's any healing items in there at all.
It looks like Ali's a little bit lost on the river there, taking a reset. He should make his left spit. Okay, I thought he might be going towards Volcano for a second, and I was going to try to will him away from that. He is making that dive towards Provoker, though, getting out of the river.
Looks like he has 17 cabins and has found a pretty good run in the encounter table. So he should be able to get here to Crescent Lake with, Provoca with no issues.
Oof. Demon taking two kills there. He opts to reset. This is a rough go so far for Demon. He does not have the levels that Ali has, and Ali's showing for it right now. He's already at Provoca.
Hopefully we can get enough of to see what he has. White Magic looks like Exit and Viz 2.
I saw Harm 3 as well, I believe.
All right, and Fire Magic 3, Lightning 3, and Triple X. So that's some really good Black Magic.
And very good. Triple X early is almost an instant kill on the first hour of the game for most enemies. So that's a good pickup. Plus Fire 3, Light 3. I would almost opt to skip probably the Fire 3 just because Light 3 tends to be a little bit better. But then again, they don't have a Mage Staff yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab it on the Black Mage because it's really nice on Undead also.
All right, so we got Ali making quick work of the pirates there. They were for 1 second, gone for the next. Let's see what item he gets.
The loot.
That's not that important, is it? All right, item shop. Looks like we got houses. Pretty expensive again. Heals and Pures. Armor shop. We'll find out in about 30 seconds or so.
He does not have... Well, he bought some cabins, so he can save right here. Save right here.
Iron Shield for 131. That's not a bad item to pick up early for your night. He's already got a silver, though, from the TOF chest. He opts for the Iron Armor instead. Good choice. Alright, we got Demonfr0g taking on a giant. White Mage is down. Looks like he's putting tempers all on that fighter. He's going to try to take him out with a fighter, but the fighter takes a big hit, 62 damage. And he's going to swing away.
I'm not even sure he saved, though. But he got the giant down.
Enough tempers on the silver sword, 318 on a giant. That'll give him the money he needs to save. All right, so you still have yet to see any kind of major AoE spells besides, well, you got Light 3 and Fire 3 at level 2, so I take that back. Demonfr0g has yet to find that, though. He's going to come back over here and pick up the slab. Still don't think he's doing too well on money, though, so even if he gets to provoke, I don't know how much he's going to be able to pick up. Ali looks like he opts to not check Matoya. I don't mind that move at all until you have the key. How about you?
Yeah, he's got early access to the warp spell, so just jumping into the ice cave and seeing what's there. If it's the floater, you can get out pretty easily. If the floater is not, I didn't get a chance to see what the item shop in Provoca was, but if the floater is not at the ice cave, then you know that we're looking for a ship and a TNT.
Yeah, we've seen enough seeds so far where even if floater isn't the incentivized item in ice cave, the amount of chests that you can check there, it almost tends to roll that you're going to find both there. You do still have Armory and Volcano. You've got all of Volcano to check. It'd be interesting to see, though, if we've got Harm 3 on the table, we have Fire on the table, Fire 3 on the table. At what point do you consider a little bit of a pop grind to get those levels to make that ice cave dive?
I don't think it's that bad at all, especially with Fire 3. If you get some zombies, they're undead. You know, Quad X can probably take out some giants if you run across some giants, or maybe a Tyro, even though I don't condone killing Tyros, but you know, it is an option for some of our runners.
Well, I think I'm more of a expert on this matter. As somebody who was formerly Team Tyrone, now is Team Stake, the XP is just too great. You have to take it. You have to. But I agree. I think a pop grind here makes all the sense in the world. You know you're going to have to dive either Volcano or Ice Cave. Ice Cave's incentivized. Volcano's got the early chests. But we're far, far, far too under-leveled, especially with what we've seen so far with lack of magic so far, lack of weapons. I think you take maybe 5-10 minutes, go get some levels, get some money, get yourself geared up, and then make the dive towards Ice Cave, see how nasty it's going to be.
Yeah, Demonfr0g picking up his really nice level 2 black magic, and it's going to be feeling pretty bad.
Benefit on Demonfr0g's side, though, he is going to have that extra caster to throw out those Fire 3, Light 3 spells.
Yeah,
later on will have it.
He'll be able to mow through these, but you know, Ali is going to have he only has the one red mage, and it's going to be a lot of levels until the thief turns into a ninja, can add into those. But okay, never mind. I take that back. He's got the red mage and the black mage, so he does have 2 casters also, and he is going to the Ice Cave.
Absolutely. So, chat, weigh in here. What happens? Let's play the what if game. Ali's making his way towards the Ice Cave here. He finds Cube. He finds Cube in the Ice Cave, and it turns out there's a Marsh Cave dive. If Demonfr0g opts to take the pop grind, who do you have as the leader right now?
Looks like we had Demon pick up the loot at the 26:30 mark, which is about 3.5 minutes behind where Ali is right now.
This Ice Cave dive this early. I know you did just pick up the spells. Maybe you're feeling a little bit too confident here. There's so many mixture of enemies within Ice Cave that can potentially roll some nasty spells, some unrunnables, multiple hit enemies, death touch enemies. You have no idea what to expect. That makes this a very, very scary dive, especially you did just pick up Fire 3 and Light 3, but how many casts do you have? Do you have enough to make it through the run here? We do have that early level warp. That kind of helps out, but...
And exit also in level 2, so he can use 1 warp charge to see what's in the incentivized chest, and then he can just get out of there. This play does make a lot of sense to me. Fire 3 is going to rip through those undeads. I mean, it's Ice Cave, so there's always the chance of something nasty being there. But, you know, having the Thief and the Black Mages are really good at running also. You know, he can, you know, as long as he doesn't run into any nasty unrunnables, he should be able to get down here just to see what it is.
Yeah, I think you make a great point there with exit. You use the warp to check the chest. On the chance that it's the floater, you get out with exit, you fly, you've opened up the entire world. It's a fantastic play. If it's not the floater, though, how far do you dive? Do you try to make a quick run through it?
Ooh, there's the floater.
All right, so the run pays off. He's going to pick up the Bane Sword as well. We also like to call that the Will Cleosis Sword. He would say that my name is Will Cleosis, and that is my sword. I'm going to take out enemies with it. We've got our first full pack of 9 here. Let's see if he opts to throw out the harms. Did he pick up harm? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he got it on his red mage.
All right, so Light 3 going off still with the health that these guys have. He's going to be able to mow him down real quick. It'll be interesting to see if he actually checks the rest of these chests here. He could opt to check the chest, and if he dies, he has the information. He goes in for the floater, gets right back out.
Actually, I didn't see if he picked up exit on his red mage at level 2.
All right, that's why we have ETAP in chat. ETAP, level 2 exit. Was it in a red mage learnable spot?
Everything is learnable in level 2 for red mages. But I don't know if he chose to pick up the Fire 3, the Lightning 3, and the Quad X, and not any of the white magic.
That's a good point. He had plenty of money, though, for it, did he not?
I'm sure he did. But he could just be holding on to it and saying, you know, we'll see what's down here. If I run into any trouble, you know, I can just nope out of here real quick if I do have the exit spell.
And it looks like Demonfr0g, like we were talking about, makes that pop grind. He's going to get a couple levels. He did lose a character. That's all right. His mage has got all the experience. He's going to get a little bit more prepared here. Maybe he has an easier run through Ice Cave, but so far we haven't seen anything too scary from Ice Cave yet.
Roos at level 2 is really nice too for the fighter. You know, that's you know, a defense sword cast. And here at the level 2, don't see any vendor items yet, but we know that the floater's an Ice Cave, so you know, we'll be flying here within 5 minutes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think that that dive from Ali paid off in spades here. Sometimes you almost want to put Ice Cave off just a little bit because it can be a little scary. You don't have the levels, you don't have the gear. But in this case, it's going to net him the floater. If he can get out of here alive, he'll be flying in no time. That opens up the rest of the world. You can check Sarda, you can check Cardia Isles, you can move on and perhaps with the canoe take out Waterfall with Warp. Really kind of opens everything up. We still haven't seen the bottle just yet, so maybe you hold off on Waterfall, but the world's yours. Trying to get an idea of what Ali's finding in those chests here, but we're just not getting any luck with this frame, so. Looks like he is pulling off the Bane strats here, the Will Cleosis strat.
I didn't. Oh. Yeah, he exited out. We think.
Well, it looks like he did. I did see exit in the spell list, and he is suddenly outside of the dungeon. So exit looks like it was cast there by Ali. He's going to make his way over towards the desert. He'll be flying here in no time. So you've already seen Provoca. Where's the first place you go when you have the floater and you've already hit up Provoca?
Sarda is the easy choice. You know, if there's a tail in Sarda, then, you know, you can go, you know, route in your class change with looting all those Zardia Isles.
Yeah, I agree. And because we don't have the Titan Strove flag turned on, you can also just fly straight north, 10, 15 steps. You're going to get 4 more chests there. Maybe something good. Fly straight up from there. We can also hit up Melman, see what spells we have. We do have the slabs. We can get that translated at the same time. Try to route in as many things at once as you can so that you can avoid double dipping.
Ordeals is a really nice play too with all the low-level warp spells that we have. You know, he should be able to, if people don't know, we have the teleporters in the castle Ordeals are randomized. They can send you to different places. But if the teleporter takes you to a place you don't want to go, you cast warp, and it'll take you back to the last one, and then you can choose to take a different pillar. So with level 1 warp, even at these low levels, he's still going to have like 4 or 5 casts of warp, and can, you know, he'll just be able to tear through Ordeals.
Absolutely. It's one of the changes from vanilla that you never had a chance to see that the randomizer brings to the table. You're able to have warp potentially before a class change. So in the vanilla, you didn't have that chance to cast warp in the Ice Cave, for instance, so that you can check all 3 chests, or in Castle of Ordeals where you could double dip and kind of retrace that step that you made with the wrong pillars. I think that's also a fantastic move, especially here with the flags that we have, where you've got Ice Cave as incentive and you have Ordeals as incentive. Hit those 2 up, find out what the items are, and kind of route from there.
Looks like he chose to go to Matoya. Nothing too exciting in the chest from what I saw.
I think I saw money and a soft, but again, he did route this in with the crystal check, so not a bad play. Now we're going to get the Mystic Key. We'll see how many chests he opts to open up that are key locked. All right, we got Demonfr0g making his dip into Ice Cave here. He'll find out here soon that he's going to be flying. Demonfr0g as well. This is a character or a guy that you see at 1 and 3. He's had 3 matches so far where he's had to play somebody with a better record. The luck has not been on his side, so do not let that record fool you. This is somebody that could easily
He's a strong player.
Absolutely.
There's the Adamant on AliG's side. In a key lock chest. Have to assume that Demonfr0g's going to get that.
Yeah, you're not going to skip those chests there. So we have Demonfr0g picking up his floater, his Bane sword. He might opt to do an eye grind here. Actually, he exited out. He did take that left hole there where he dropped down, warped out, so you can check the 2. You typically see that so that you can also dive the eye and get a few levels. But he saw the floater and he got out of there immediately.
Just want to explain that to some people, some of our newer viewers. In that ice cave room right there with all those holes, if you drop down on the holes and then you cast warp, it'll take you right back. You'll be standing basically on top of the hole that you landed on. So, you know, usually you have to drop down that hole, go through the entire second floor, or third or fourth floor, or whatever it is of the ice cave, jump back up, and then fight the eye to get that floater. But if you just go over one of those holes, you warp right back up, you can check that incentivized location.
Absolutely. And Will in chat pointing out the Demonfr0g at this point might be feeling a little bit behind. We're nearing the 35-40 minute mark. Typically, that's when you start to see the first orb lit. And so far, we have yet to come anywhere near close to finding our first fiend. So we've got Ali checking some of the key lock chests here. Hopefully that pays off for some gear, some armor. At what point, though, do you start to feel a little bit nervous that, man, I really should be making some progression here on fiends, and yet I haven't? Is that the 40-minute mark for you, or earlier, later?
Yeah, I have my splits up, and I compare against the the average of my splits, and usually I see like my first orb is usually around like the 30-35 minute mark. So if it starts to get to be around this time and I'm not starting to light orbs, you know, I'm starting to feel, you know, and with all the trouble that Demonfr0g had with, you know, getting to Crescent Lake, he could be feeling pretty, I assume he feels like he's behind right now. That's why he just got right out of the ice cave.
Yeah, I agree. You see the floater.
Couldn't really see anything. I don't think anything was great in the dwarf cave because we didn't see him menu any equipment.
Well, it was
I think
either
that's what we're gonna have to
or...
do with AliG is if he picks something up, if he goes to equip it, we'll have to see if it's good.
He either just got the Mazmoon or he got 5 gold. I'm not sure. Here we go, checking chest. There's an ice sword and a pearl ring from the Canaria treasury here. Let's see what else we got. Some money, cabin, and something. We've got money, cabin, and something. We do have Excalibur, so as soon as he gets the tail, you can bet he's going to be equipping that. We still have not seen a better weapon just yet. Demonfr0g still taking some river encounters here. He's going to be making his way over to get that airship. If he hasn't already. I might have missed that already. Oh, here he goes. 4 Peds. That's a good fight to take. It looks like he will be taking it.
So we're still looking for the tail, the rod, and the bottle. And we know that they're going to be at Ordeal, Sarda, and the waterfall. We have Ali here going to Sarda right now.
Right on cue. Here goes the Sarda check. Hopefully we can see what he gives. There's the bottle.
Bottle.
All right. So you've got your airship. You've got your bottle. You have your slab. You can translate it. What do you think about routing in, translating the slab, making your way towards Gaia, get your bottle turned in, get your oxale, and then making a dive to Lefane and getting your chime all in one step?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I'm looking also for maybe stopping by the caravan. We still don't know where the vendor item is. Can probably, if it's me, you know, I might go get my Oxyel, check that item shop, and then maybe go check out the item shop and, you know, the Sea Shrine town, check out the caravan, and then route in Waterfall at that point, because with that adamant, he's definitely going to be looking for that tail as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he does look like he's checking out some level 5 magic here. I don't see what it was. I think I saw wall.
Yeah, saw wall. Saber, fire 2, hold, sleep 2.
You like to see Saber on a ninja, but he won't be able to learn that at level 5.
We've seen gold bracelets for sale for about 36k, I think it was. Have we seen pro rings yet?
I have not seen any pro rings.
Doesn't look like pro rings are here in Melmond either. So I think for Ali, what you're probably going to see, he's going to take this translated slab. He's going to make his way possibly to the Cardi Isles. Hope he doesn't. You don't want to double dip those if you don't have to. He's going to go check Gaia. You have a chance to check the item shop, see if that's where the vendor item is. You can turn in your bottle. You can also make the Lefane run and check out and see or you get your chime, and then while you're here as well, hit up, like you mentioned earlier, Castle of Ordeals. So it's a large grouping of items within a small area. Also get a chance to take a look at level 7, level 8 magic. You're probably not going to get those, but you get an idea.
There's pro rings for really cheap pro rings.
4,500. That's a very, very good price pro ring.
Or that could have been his sale screen for all I know. Oh, no, he looks like he bought a bunch of pro rings.
Let's think about it. So all 4 characters have pro rings. They're going to be able to dodge some death spells here. And we'll see what the item shop has. So still no vendor item yet.
Got Demonfr0g going here on his crown quest.
He's probably going to have a much easier time with light 3s and Bane swords. I don't think Bane's going to land just yet, but it does. Look at that. So Demonfr0g with the real closest strats, he's going to pull out the poison smoke on
Poison smoke.
Poison smoke through the teeth, just like Will Cleosus would say it. He's dead. So now we're going to get the starter check here. He's going to get his item. This was bottle, correct?
Yes. Sarda had the bottle.
All right. So we've got Ali turning in his bottle. He's going to get his Oxyel. I wouldn't doubt, like I said, if we see him dip south and go ahead and turn in that, well, pick up the chime from his newly translated slab. And then I wouldn't doubt if after that he goes ahead and hits up Castle of Ordeals, try to get all of these grouped together at one time, and then, like you said, make his way over to the waterfall, and then hit up Onrak while he's there.
We got the Zeus Gauntlet and a Pro Ring, and that's going to be really nice because we giving some AoE to either the fighter or the white mage. I'm not sure if Ali checked out the Titan Stroke when he came.
He did. I did see him pick up the Zeus Gauntlet, but I wasn't able to see what else was there. We found out just now it was a Pro Ring. So Ali opting not to go to Lefane just yet. He's not going to pick up the chime. Instead, he's going to go ahead and make his way to Castle of Ordeals. Runs into some Hydras and Ochos. Not a bad fight to take. It's unrunnable. Take the fight. If you got a house, use it. Get your magic spells up. Let's see if he can survive it.
Lightning 3 is really nice to have here.
All right, so Demonfr0g has his slab translated. Hey, somebody once told me if you translate your slab, it actually disappears from your inventory. Is there a downside to that?
Well, you know, if it disappears from your inventory, you might go quite far into the game not knowing where your slab is.
Oh, man, I hope nobody makes that mistake. That would be huge.
One of the spells that we missed at level 5 was the life spell. But we know that Life 2 was level 4, I believe.
If we can't remember, I'm sure ETAP can help us out. All right, so we've got Ali doing the Castle of Ordeals here. And like you said, if he makes a wrong step here, if he takes the wrong pillar, he's just going to use that warp spell and kind of replay that mistake. He'll be able to come out and take the next pillar. So usually with the warp spell, especially early, he makes it right through.
Yeah. About 1 minute to get through the Ordeals maze. That's a really good time. Based on my notes of when people's been picking up things, I'd give Ali about a 4 or 5 minute lead right now.
Yeah, again, and that's something
Demon is going to the Cardia Isles first before having the tail. This isn't, you know, too bad because, you know, you got the exit spell so you can get in and out of here real quick, and, you know, Cardia Isles is right in the middle of everything you want to do anyways.
It is a dense collection of chests, and on the off chance he picks up a good weapon here, it could equal out the time he's spending checking it. But you know if he finds the tail, he's going to do a class change. So it does mean he's going to have to double back. Hopefully he finds something good and he doesn't have to waste too much time. You already see Ali making the smart move. He's going for that second incentivized location. He's going to Castle of Ordeals. He's going to find that item. And at this point, we know it's either going to be, the rod. It's got to be the rod now, right? Or the cube?
Rod, cube, or tail?
Rod, cube, tail. Vanilla tail, maybe?
Vanilla tail.
Vanilla tail. So, if Demonfr0g opts not to do Castle of Ordeals just yet, if he instead goes Waterfall, right? Or if he decides to check other places, he could find out that the tail, through process of elimination, is at Ordeals. Maybe he doesn't want to class change. I can't imagine that's going to be the case, but that could be a time save. still have yet to see the vendor item. We're about to get our first. Nope, it's not a caravan, so it's got to be.
Like it has to be at on rack.
All right, so we got tail over in ordeals. So we're looking at potentially rod. Yeah, rod or cube is going to be the on rack item here. Light 2 rub level 7 here in Gaia. Fade and a light for white magic level 7. He's about to find out cheap pro rings.
Significantly less money than Ali had at that point, though. Still looking for that vendor item. So I think he's holding on to his money for now. Ali doing a bit of a zombie grind. Last I saw his levels was like around 9 or 10.
A little bit of a grind on zombie dragons that ETAP and chat's pointing out have the sleep spell. That could be a little dangerous here. We still have yet to find the ribbon on either runner. All right, Demonfr0g's got his Oxyel here. Let's see if he opts to take that slab that he's translated and route in the chime pickup here just south.
And it looks like you are a fortune teller, because that's what he's going to do.
Well, I've learned from my mistakes enough to figure out that you try to route everything in an area at the same time. You're here in Gaia, you've got your bottle, you've already got your slab. Honestly, my next question is, he's about to pick up the chime. Does he dive Mirage Tower? We don't have cubes, so he can't go too far, but the first 2 floors in Mirage are very treasure deep. Is it worth taking a look in there? Maybe you pick up the Maz Moon.
I've seen some people do that. I usually don't like to do that until I have the cube, because in a couple houses, I mean, you can pick up some really nice levels in the first 2 or 3 floors of Mirage before you get to Sky, but, you know, it kind of feels bad to go in there, get those levels, walk back, and then have to come back. It's not the worst move in the world, but, you know, I would probably want to find the cube first before I try that.
Yeah, I did that run on mine. I actually went into Mirage, checked the first 2 floors. It paid off for me. I got the Maz Moon. I also lost that race by about 3 minutes, so take that for what it's worth.
I think with Lightning 3 and having the warp spell, I don't mind going to Waterfall and then Sea Shrine, because we know, and Ali should know after he checks the caravan, that, you know, the vendor item is going to be at on rack. He should have enough power to get through the Sea Shrine. I mean, he could even do he can go visit the ladies and mermaid. He has the exit spell to get in and out of there real quick. It's a favorite move of our friend Will Cleosis.
Will Cleosis, that's right. He is a mermaid man for sure. And I agree with that. I think you've yet to see the white shirt. We haven't seen Power Bonk. I don't think we've seen Defense Sword just yet. So there's so many items still left on the table. You're probably not going to clear too much of Earth Cave. You usually save that for the end. Sky, you usually check a few chests. But I think Mermaid is such a dense location for chests that maybe it's worth checking out. So Ali's got his class change here. He's got his ninja finally, so he's going to be able to equip a little bit better gear and armor. Still checking the Cardi Isles here. But I agree. I think the next move has got to be Waterfall on rack.
Yeah, class change. I can't think of any class that gets more power than going from a thief to a ninja. They can equip so much armor. They can become really tanky. Gets a really nice access to some weapons also. Not sure if he's picked up a katana yet. Katana's probably one of the 3rd or 4th best weapons in the game. You know, only ninjas can do it. Oh, and here's your answer. Demonfr0g looks like he's checking out Mirage. We'll see if this works out for him.
Doesn't have the cube, but again, if only for the first floor to check the chest here. If something pays out big, take it out, go. If you get that Maz Moon, that makes the Sea Shrine a little bit less scary, especially if you opt to go ahead and full dive and take out Kraken. We do have Light 3, and that's great, but you also want to have that melee person swing, and right now we just don't have any weapons to speak of. Looks like I just saw Nuke. So Nuke is level 7 over in on-rack. I didn't get a chance to see what the
vendor item was. The cube for 36,000.
Cube for 36. All right.
So we know that the rod is in the waterfall.
All right, so we have a waterfall dive here. It's going to be mandatory, but with warp, it's going to be pretty trivial. Waterfall's not too bad as well for taking a couple fights along the way and maybe picking up a level or two. Got Demonfr0g, obviously for Team Stake here. He's going to be taking it out and getting some levels.
I just can't agree with this move. It's taking way too long. It's just not worth it.
Oof, I disagree. I think the more you tenderize that steak, the better it's going to taste. He is going all out with the Bane strats here, tempering up that fighter, but finally gets it down. Pulls in about 1,200 XP. Mudgolds here. How do you feel about these Mudgolds fight? Probably going to net about 800-900 XP. Is it worth taking or worth running?
I'd say it's a pretty average fight to take as far as, difficulty to experience. It's unrunnable, so, has to take it, but the fight I really like to see on Demonfr0g's side is those vampires. They're paper, and they give a ton of experience.
Yeah, sometimes they can roll a little bit hard with the punches here, but the XP more than makes up for it.
Aegis Shield, really nice pickup.
Again, he does not yet have the tail. He'll find that if he dives over to Castle of Ordeals, but having that Aegis Shield, that's a nice pickup. Ooh, not too much else so far. We'll see what's on the other, the western side here, but it'd be curious to see if he actually dives second floor. Silver bracelet, silver helmet, so not too much. Aegis Shield was nice pickup, not usable just yet. Is he going to save and go back in? He's going to get out. All right, he's already done the Cardial, so he's got to be thinking, yep, he's going to make that Ordeals chip and pick up his tail. So we got Ali hitting that trap tile here. He'll be picking up what we believe at this point can only be the rod over in Waterfall. Stare
Something bad happened to his ninja.
I think I saw Stare go off. That ninja is eating some dirt right now. Looks like he's queuing up a couple light threes. Squint.
Squint on cockatrices.
Yep.
My personal least favorite enemy in the game.
Really? I think I'd have
they
to
always seem to have. I know your feelings on red gargoyles, but it just always seems like those birds have something for me.
I think after playing vanilla Final Fantasy, I'll always have a hatred for those birds. One too many stones.
It's like Ali made his way through that fight.
Well, at this point, with Ali's frames, he's either still in Canaria or he's at Chaos. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, there's the Mass Moon. We did see the Mass Moon.
All right, so Rod pickup, Mass Moon pickup. We've got a loaded waterfall here and a good chunk of money, so he is absolutely set here. We still are lacking for defensive items, but that'll come at some point.
We are lacking an orb slit 53 minutes in.
Yeah, we didn't have quite a jet seed, but you're correct. About an hour in almost, and we still have no orbs lit. Ali's starting to build up the gear. He's starting to get that momentum, that tempo going. It's possible that the Sea Shrine might be his first orb.
Yeah, that move makes a lot of sense to me. Not saying that 53 minutes is bad or anything like that. He's got all the incentive locations out. Literally, all he has to do less is orbs and. Those 5-6 minutes a pop, could tear through the 4 orbs in about 20-25 minutes.
Question in chat, has there been any sign of the game changer? Face, we have not yet seen the Vorpal, but as soon as we see it, I will let you know. We're also keeping our eyes peeled over for Ali for the Katana, aka the Vorpal 2.0. Just the same amount of crit rate, just a little bit more damage going out. Put those sad faces away. We'll find it soon here. Potentially going to see a mermaid dive here, possibly because of the lack of armor, lack of ribbons. We'll find out in just a second. Looks like he's going to go.
Makes a left-hand turn, so you can always go back. Oh, you reset. Wonder if he pulled a. I mean, I can't I can't imagine anybody would make a play where he's in the middle of a orb dungeon and accidentally hits the reset button.
It's possible. It looked like he was making his way back up to Waterfall, though. Did he save before or after leaving Waterfall? Does he still have his rod?
I'm pretty sure he did. I think he just saw a fight he didn't like and reset out. I was mainly joking at myself in my previous race against Ferzondo, who, when I menued to do the rod in the Earth Cave, just muscle memory hit the reset button.
How'd that work out for you?
I did not win that race.
All right, so don't reset when you're trying to menu for the rod. You heard it here first. I do agree with you, though, for Ali hooking that left-hand side. So we got Demonfr0g picking up his tail. For Ali, I think you go left-hand side. You take the chest a long way to Kraken. Looks like he's going to make a liar to me. He's going to go for mermaids this time. He does have the key, so he can hit the key lock chest here. He's got about 4 or 5 chests he can pick up before he gets to mermaids. He's got exit. Potentially, he could pull what Will did here. Run straight to mermaids. Check the chest. If you get something you like, awesome. If you don't, that's okay too. Exit's going to warp you right back out. We got a pure to show for it so far. Looks like we have, well, so far, 1 single water is runnable. We'll see if more show up that are unrunnable. Wilcliss is pointing out that Poogel's girls, Joker MB's girls, they're going to be checked today. We're going to find out what they have. Have no idea what was in that chest because the frame loss here. Looks like we got some low rolls on money in the first couple chests. Demonfr0g's got his tail. He'll be making his way back to the airship. He'll be class changing here soon. Giant sword, couple little bit of money as well. Here's a perfect chance. E-tap, if you can remind us here, what were the spells that we were looking at earlier that Demonfr0g is going to be able to pick up on a red wizard that potentially were locked out for the red maid? There's the white shirt. So Ali picks up one of our defensive items here. That's going to be Invis 2 for a free cast on all of his characters. A little bit of a mermaid in the way. Opal armor is not going to do him too much good.
I have to assume that Demonfr0g is not going to see that either. He probably feels too far behind to want to make a mermaid run.
I agree. There's Demonfr0g picking up the adamant that we knew he'd be picking up at some point. He does have his tail, so as soon as he gets... Actually, it almost makes sense to go ahead and turn that in now and then route up north to get that class change. He's going to go south, though. Call me a liar. He's going to pick up his class change and then possibly turn that in for the Excalibur.
Yeah, I mean, either way is fine. He's going to have to go back to Elfland to buy some level 3 spells if he wants anything for his knight.
Alright, so we got Ali making his dive back into the submarine. He's going to be making a left here. We're going to see what we have over on Kraken side of things. Demonfr0g's got his tail turned in. He's going to get his class change. Time to start equipping some of that extra armor, some of that extra weapons he's got. Is he making his Excal turn in run here? Looks like he might be. Nope, he's going to pick up some magic for... potentially his knight and his ninja. He doesn't have the ninja. He's doing, yeah, he's doing knight magic pickup. Did he just pick up soft?
Yeah, you know, doesn't want to spend any money on soft potions.
All right.
There's the life 2.
So life 2 on the red wizards here. That's going to help out pretty
That gives him a ton of safety in the Temple of Fiends because he's going to have 3 life 2 casters compared to just 1 on Ali's side.
Picks up fast as well. So those red wizards have suddenly become his go-to characters. He's going to have to keep them alive at all costs. Got a light axe pickup over on Ali's side. That's not too bad of a find here. Sure, he's looking for something a little bit more accommodating. Maybe dragon armor? Maybe a
Yeah,
ribbon?
you know, still haven't found any ribbons yet.
All right. Demonfr0g looks like he checked the Hooray Dwarf here. We got chat going a little bit crazy. We'll get a better chance to find out what the Dwarf Armor had. Got some money, some cabins. Nothing too exciting just yet. And that's a pretty boring dwarf cave.
Yeah, just some medicine and some money.
All right, AliG's stream here at a blistering 9 frames per minute is showing us that he's taking the Sharknado room, I believe it was. He's going to check that chest here. All right, he'll be making his way after this ghost fight to Kraken's floor. He does have that Mazmoon though, so with Fast, I believe we've seen Temper already. I think he's set. I don't think he's going to have too much trouble with Kraken unless it's a little bit slappy happy. Alright, we got Demonfr0g checking back in over here on Canaria. Looks like he's going to buy some silver bracelets for his guys. A little bit of extra defense. Not going to be too much, but any little bit helps, especially when you're going to be making a dive over towards the Sea Shrine here soon. Looks like we've got Ali taking a little bit of a rough go here with some sea trolls. I wasn't sure what caused that. Those frame drops are making it a little bit hard to keep up, but he's down to a knight on one knee with a stun and a black mage. Looks like he's seriously debating how he wants to handle this, but he opts to run. So that's rough because I don't think he has any sort of life on that knight just yet. So he's either going to have to man mode this or just warp himself out. Looks like he's checking over his gear. He's going to go.
Okay, looks like we got Demonfr0g making a trip to Volcano.
Demonfr0g's doing Volcano. We have Ali down to 2 light warriors still pressing on towards Kraken. Got a squint going out on Demon's side. That takes out one of the red wizards. It's okay though. Like you pointed out earlier, he's got plenty of castle life too, so that'll bring him right back up. We're going to get our first check of the Volcano armory here.
Also, you know, this is where, you know, dropping the red mage or losing the red mage means, you know, a wipe in here. Oh, there's the first ribbon.
First ribbon. Second floor Volcano.
That's not a chest that everybody always checks.
Absolutely. That's a chest that is easily skipped, but at this point, no ribbons. You're still lacking some armor. Hopefully they both check it here. All right, Ali closing in on Kraken. We'll see if this works out for him. Ali does have the white shirt, and I think I saw him menu that over to make sure that one of his 2 characters still had that. We'll double check in a second.
He's got the Mazmoon. I mean, as long as Kraken's not too slappy happy, he should be okay on this. He'll be able to give him a faster. Oh yeah, he got the white shirt over.
He's got the white shirt over, but that was on his fast casting character. 5 hits, 360?
There's a dead black mage.
All right.
Didn't look like he hit too hard. 221 HP left.
Oh, huge hit for 125, down to 96 damage. We're about to see a knight down on one knee. 8 hits goes out for
that looks like a wipe.
some amount of damage. And yeah, you're right. Looks like a wipe there. Pretty bold move, 2 characters. With that Mazmoon, though, you kind of have to go for it. You're on the last floor. It doesn't make too much sense to warp yourself all the way out.
And through all that talk, I missed if there was anything exciting in the armory.
I think it was a bunch of money so far, but as always, chat will fill us in if they saw anything major.
Max, it looked like it was just he had fire too. Oh, there's a Thor hammer. That's a nice pickup.
Not bad, yeah.
Just looked like a slappy happy Kraken.
Yeah, typical Kraken. Likes to reach out and hug you a little bit too hard. Saw fire 2 in there, but with 2 light warriors and only 1 cast of that white shirt before the hit started coming out, there's not much you can do. So Ali's going to make his way back through there. He does have the benefit of knowing which chests have which items, so now he can make a little bit more of a linear run. Demonfr0g is going to be making his way towards Carry. We'll see what are in these chests a little bit higher up. Demonfr0g does have that first ribbon. We haven't seen any others. Potentially more ribbons here in Volcano.
Just writing down when people picked up things. I did before that wipe. I had Ali with about a 9-10 minute lead at that point, but that wipe, really made this really close now. We've got quite a divergence in paths at the moment, but I'd say it got closer now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at two runners here who have about the same items. I thought we saw a cube pickup, unless that's been reset now. Essentially, they're just having two different dungeons. So we're about 1 hour and 5 minutes in. We are pushing towards our first orb. Why don't you go ahead and give some of our newer runners or new viewers a little bit of an update? Where we get our items at so far?
We had King and Sarah had the crown and canoe. Then we saw that the Sages had the slab, Sarda had the bottle, Pirates had the loot, Floater was in the ice cave, and vendor item was the cube and on rack for 36,000. Waterfall had the rod, Ordeals has the tail, and now we're just looking to light some orbs here.
Absolutely. We just saw Demonfr0g picking up a ship from a chest here. Not too much good at this point. He's already up and flying. Coral Sword picked up as well. Demonfr0g is more than likely going to get his first orb lit before Ali, especially since Ali's already down a light warrior. Have we seen, I don't know if we saw it or not, did Ali pick up Life 2 on his Red Wizard? Looks like he did. Okay. So we were able to pick him up, no problem. All right, here we go. We're on Kraken's floor again. There's a gold bracelet for Demonfr0g, so Volcano paying out very well for him so far.
Oh, lobsters. Didn't see what they had, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I saw a screen full of lobsters, and I saw a screen full of dead light warriors. I wasn't sure if it was spells or if they were just hitting like trucks. But that is, again, yet another wipe for Ali. So all of a sudden, that 8 to 9 minute lead you were talking about is non-existent. In fact, Demonfr0g might be ahead now, at the very least, just because of the armor he's picked up and the fact he's about to pull his first fiend.
Yeah, I mean, the only real difference is that he hasn't been to the waterfall area yet for his mass mune, but have to assume that we will find that.
Yeah, he'll pick that up for sure, because we know that the rod was there, correct? And at this point, he does have the Excalibur, so enough fast, enough tempers.
Carrie's not playing nice either.
That is a flappy, happy Carrie that we've got going on.
Usually don't see that.
All right, 3 hits, 208 damage. Carrier returning in favor with the low hits. I think I saw 33. Another Invis 2 short goes out. Fast on the Knight. The Knight's going to be hitting a little bit harder here. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's got this one.
Absolutely. Another Invis 2. He's putting it all on the Knight's shoulders. 45 hits, 45 damage from Carry. Another Invis 2. That's going to be whittling down. Here comes the Knight. 6 hits, 605 damage. Carry goes down like a sack of potatoes. First orb lit at 1 hour, 8 minutes. And just like that, Demonfr0g, through all the trials and tribulations early, has taken the lead. He's got 1 orb lit against Ali's 0. And Ali, at this point, 2 wipes in. Got to be feeling the nerves, right?
Yeah, I definitely, I mean, for some of our viewers that don't know, this is the last week of our Swiss seeds. We have 5 weeks, and everybody that's 3 and 2 will we're going down from 46 racers down to a top 16 bracket, and that means that a lot of people who make it to 3 and 2 will make a play-in race. I believe there's going to be somewhere, depending on how the results work out, there's going to be somewhere between 14 to 16 in that race, and the top 7 in that race will make our bracket stage. So if Ali wins this, he's in the play-on race. If he loses, they both will be at 2 and 3.
Absolutely. Demonfr0g gets the chance to play spoiler here. If he wins, he's at 2 and 3. He's out of the bracket race. If Ali loses, he's at 2 and 3. He's also out. So Demonfr0g pulls this off, and both of these runners are going to be watching from their couches. Both great runners, but unfortunately sometimes You run into circumstances a little bit too much for you there. Maybe luck comes into play here, but Ali's still with a chance to get his way to 3-2 and get a chance to play for that play-in race, get himself to the bracket here.
I agree with you, Demarine. It doesn't matter where I put my white mage. Kraken just has like a love for white mages.
Rename your white mage to Dem at this point, and at any point, Kraken, and we've seen it as well, Carrie sometimes just wants to reach out and hug him. A little bit too hard. They always seem to be the first ones to drop. Ali, again, he's on his red wizard, but he's got 3 dead light warriors here. Did he pick him up, or is he still running? He's still running with a single light warrior. Is he out of light?
Oh, there's wipe number 3.
Okay. So you've wiped 3 times.
Well, we got a couple dead light warriors, but, you know, we got 2 survivors. You know, both can cast light too. You know, can really easily come back from something like this. And it looks like Ali is going to be going attempt number 4. But you see, the beauty of this is with Demonfr0g is he's going to probably route in, you know, C next, but he's got that ribbon. I didn't see who he put the ribbon on, but I don't believe Quad X works on nightmares.
I don't think it does either, unless
I don't
that
think
nightmare
Bane or
just
Quad
happened
X or any of those work on nightmares, but, you know, he's gonna be able to have like one character that can survive the instant death and can do some wipe recovery.
Yeah, so you put that ribbon on one of your, well, any of your 3 mages, you've got life 2 all across the board. At what point, if you're Ali, especially if he takes another wipe here, do you just go somewhere else? You haven't seen Volcano yet. There's a lot of chests there. We already know you're going to find 1 ribbon at least. Do you just keep pushing forward and hope you get that lucky encounter, that lucky RNG, and know that your opponent's probably facing the same issues you're facing?
I mean, at this point, I think that this would be my last go through.
Yeah, I agree. 4th time's a charm. It's how the old saying goes.
Did he just reset out? Or did he wipe?
Looks like no, it looks like he just backed out. Did he reset?
Because I saw the loading screen, so I know he did reset. I missed that.
Yeah, again, at 9 frames per minute, it's a little hard to keep up. But
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's got to leave. At some point, you have to give up this unsuccessful dive into water. You've made it to Kraken's floor, what, 3 times now, and it just hasn't paid off. Go somewhere else. Try something different. Collect yourself. Try to regroup. Go clear Volcano. Get a little bit of confidence under your belt. Maybe some items, and come back here and try again. Looks like he might be making the chime turn in. So again, a little bit of misrouting on his part, though. He was over here earlier and chose not to make this move, and now he's having to fly back over and get the chime. I think he's going to do what we saw Demonfr0g do earlier. He's going to get the chime and then dip Mirage. I think he's on an armored dip here. He's trying to find some ribbons.
Yeah, he's obviously looking for ribbons. I mean, with lobsters being that nasty, it also means that the water floor in Topher is going to be really nasty. Stair just giving him the business.
If he can make it through this, though, we've already seen he's going to get paid off with not only the rod, he's going to pick up the Maz Moon. So he's going to have the Excalibur and the Maz Moon. There goes the knight to, what was it, Squint?
Yeah, Squint.
All right, so we, at this point, we know he doesn't have, I thought he had pro rings across the board, though.
I don't think Demon picked up his pro rings. I think when he was in Gaia, he was too low on money.
All right, well, that'll teach you your lesson there. Looks like we've got a little bit of a pause on Demonfr0g's side. AliGerBrap is going to make that Mirage Tower dive. It'll be interesting to see. Does he only take the first floor? I think we found that there wasn't too much there for him. We have yet to see greater than less than room, though.
There's your Maz Moon, Demon.
Skipped over that chest, had me a little bit nervous. He picked it up, though.
Yeah, you did walk right past that. Ali does have the cube though at this point, so if he decided that he wanted to go through the entire air dungeon, he could at this point.
It wouldn't be a bad move at all. He's already seen water. It's been a little bit of a rough go. At this point, you just want to get that taste out of your mouth. Try a little bit something different here. So we'll see what's in. I'm expecting him to go and make this dive. We'll see the greater than less than room. He has to dive that. He has not seen any ribbons yet. So we'll get an idea of what he's going to pick up. All right, Demonfr0g making his way over to Anorak. He's going to check out the Sea Shrine here in just a little bit. Thank you guys for joining us here at Randomania. Go ahead.
There we go. Checking out the item shop. Going to grab that cube.
Walked right past it. He did pick it up, though. So we are on Randomania 1 here. My name is Falconic. You're joined here with Tyrannex here in our commentator booth. We've got Slick Fingers, one of our newer community members, tracking for us tonight. I believe it's his maiden voyage. Go ahead and give him a shout out and a follow. We've got our runners AliG and Demonfr0g facing off. Demonfr0g started off a little bit rough, couple wipes early. Ali jumped off to a level lead, money lead, kind of a progression lead, and all of a sudden that's disappeared.
Yeah, we had some really bad level 1 black magic. There wasn't really a ton that they could do. That's when you're hoping for a ship or a bridge.
There's the katana pickup for Ali. So his thief now he's got Mazmoon, he's got Excalibur, he's got katana. His weapons are done. He's taken care of for weapon. There's ice armor. That's going to be a nice pickup for his ninja as well. So now his ninja's got not only weapons but armor. That's a nice meat shield.
The Demonfr0g
5 ghosts.
got through his first fight with lobsters. He ran from pretty easily.
These ghosts are tearing him apart, though. That's the fight you don't want to see. They actually hit harder than any enemy in the game. Luckily, they only hit once. If they had multiple hits, this game would be unfair.
Yes. Really nice experience fight. I really like where his levels are at too. Level 17 right now. He's pretty good shape right now.
Oh yeah, level 17 before we've even got our second orb lit. You can't be upset about that. We're joined in chat by Mr. Versetti13, says it's his first live match. Hopefully it's a good one for him here. We've got 2 runners that are well past their record here at 2-2 for AliGerBrap and 1-3 for Demonfr0g. Demonfr0g, again, we pointed out, punching way above his weight class on 3 out of 5 matches so far. Has been paired up with a higher level opponent. Held his own though. He's looking to play a little bit of the spoiler role here. If he can knock out AliGerBrap, knock him to 2-3, he'll just barely miss out on the play-in race for the brackets. Should be a good one here. Demonfr0g is going to be making his dive towards the sea. We've already seen a couple nasty encounters. Like you said earlier, though, he does have that one ribbon. Gives him a little bit more protection. You put on that Life 2 caster. Anything that comes your way, you'll be able to get them back up.
Demarine, I will be the first to sign your petition to delete all lobsters forever. They are delicious, but in this game, they hit harder than most enemies. Like this fight, if it was unrunnable, that this could just destroy you.
I do want to point out, Demarine, unfortunately, you did misspell Argoyles.
Ali with a wipe to some badmen. I didn't see what they had.
Oof. So Ali is just not having any luck. He went Sea Shrine 4 times in a row, wiped out, decided he's going to check out Mirage. That ended up with a wipe. I think at this point, he's just going Volcano just because. At some point, something's got to be safe for him, right?
You would think. You gotta hope. So, I mean, hopefully he checks that chest that has the ribbon and doesn't just, walk through it thinking that he's got to be thinking he's way behind now.
All right. Again, Demarine, unfortunately, just having some really bad information there in chat saying Argoyles are never problematic. Maybe she fell and hit her head. We're not sure. We're going to check in on her. I think there might be a problem. We got Demonfr0g over here, though. He made it all the way over to Kraken on his first try. That is something that Ali managed to do 2 or 3 times, but ended up wiping. He's got all 4 light warriors for this fight rather than 2 Ali had.
Yeah.
See how this goes for him.
Did he skip the ribbon chest?
Yeah, I do believe Ali skipped that chest. You pointed it out. That's a very easy one to skip. He also could choose to be routing it. I've seen a few runners, they'll hit up Armory first, go north, and then work their way east and then south. We'll see if he opts to do that.
That's a pretty efficient way to do it if you want to full clear everything. If you're like in a ship TNTC, then you have to look at everything. But, you know, Demonfr0g right now on Kraken got the fasts and the tempers rolling 462 damage.
Yeah, should be making quick work with four light warriors. I don't think this Kraken's gonna be long for the world. And Viz 2 going out again. We're gonna raise that evasion up. Stab hitting Kraken, 7 hits, 423 damage. Another temper going out. Fire 2 not gonna get the job done. Pretty weak if you ask me. Bane going out. Are we doing Bane strats?
Bane poison smoke.
We got the real Cleosis strats on the Kraken. All right, so we've got 2 orbs lit now for Demonfr0g against 0 for Ali. Hour 20 in. This is typically about where you start to see in a lot of these Swiss flags 4 orbs lit and you're making a Topher dive. It's been a little bit of a rough go here. Demonfr0g started off very slow early. He has picked up the pace tremendously, though.
Yeah, he's ran really good for, like, I would say the last 50 minutes to an hour. He's ran pretty spot on.
This is going to be one of those runs where in the post-race chat, you're going to hear Demonfr0g say, what about that Sea Shrine? That was too easy. And Ali's just going to have a whole nother opinion about it.
Yeah, he's like, I ran through that whole thing in about 4 minutes.
Yeah. We'll see if Ali can get a good clear here in Volcano, get that confidence up. He did, unfortunately, skip that ribbon chest, and it doesn't look like he made his way back through it. This could have been the pickup he needed, but I mean, he'll get an orb out of it at least.
I'm interested to see where Demon goes next, if he goes to the Earth Cave or if he goes to... Now, we know that he's already done the first floor of Mirage, so he can skip right through there.
I think you typically see Earth last just because Sky chests are usually grouped up a little bit better. So if you're still looking for that last item, you go here first, check a few of the floors. With Warp, you can check a couple of those east to west rooms, get yourself right back towards the middle. And then if you don't find anything here, that lets you know if you need to go out of your way within Earth Cave. If you do find something here, you can go mode Earth and just get it done within 3, 4, 5 minutes. Looks
I wonder
like
if he's going to check this greater than less than room. I mean, he has one. Oh, does not look like he's checking these chests.
No, I mean, we have seen Wall, right? We've got 1 ribbon. He's got plenty of weapons. He's got Excal. He's got Mazza.
Roost can be learned by the fighter as well. I don't know if he's gone back to Provoca to pick that up.
I'm not sure either. He does not have the defense sword, so you got to expect he's got to have that in the back of his mind, that Roost is going to be something he wants to pick up. This is a floor on Demonfr0g side you often don't see anyone check. He goes straight south. And again, you pointed out earlier, we mentioned Ali had about a 2 to 3 level lead early, and all of a sudden, now Demonfr0g's pushing level 17, 18, and Ali's down to level 15, so that lead is absolutely evaporated.
We got rock golems with Blizzard, but you know that white mage with a ribbon is going to be able to survive that because ribbons, you know, they cut down elemental damage quite a bit. You know, with all the life 2 casts, you know, can recover from this pretty easily. Where that's something that, you know, if Ali ran into that fight, you know, that might wipe him.
Yeah, absolutely. That 1 ribbon makes all the difference. You put it on 1 character
Black
that has
shirt,
light
katana in this room.
All right, so Katana's not going to do him too much. That's self-fodder. The black shirt's kind of nice. You kind of wish to see that before you hit up the volcano. He's already knocked out Volcano, so no problem whatsoever. And chat, go ahead and put out the Bless RNG now because you are about to see the Bridge of Destiny. Let's hope for a War Mech. All right, AliG in about 12 to 13 frames over the course of the next 3 minutes. Might be pulling carry, we're not sure.
We got Carry 1 fight over here. Carry packed a bit of a punch.
Carry did hit pretty hard. Fortunately, he does have that ninja in the top spot with some decent armor. He's got his knight second spot. So you've already got 75% of your potential hits covered. All right. Carry, well, Carry's not on the screen anymore. I don't know how much damage he did or how he did it, but good job. You got your first orb lit at 1 hour and 24 minutes. So a little bit of confidence. He's got his morale boosted a little bit. He's going to pick up some spells here, it looks like.
Cure 3. Black Magic. I don't remember nothing Brack strats, you know, but...
Well, Brack's good against Kraken 1, and we've already seen he's had a rough go of water, so at this point he might be pulling out the split punch method. All right. Mr. Versetti in chat pointing out that some runners opted to destroy Melman. That would be Tristal MTG decided that the vampire didn't do enough damage to Melman. He wanted to slam that airship into their city.
Melman's gone through so much as it is.
Oh, so much. Willcliffe's decided Provoking needed to have a little bit of damage done to it, and Meridian absolutely hates the Earth Cave. You can often tune into his streams, and he'll just be slamming up and down on the Earth Cave.
I tend to like to crash my airship into the forest around that one little square that you have to land on to turn in your chime.
I agree.
That's where I like to crash my airship.
All right, so we have a Stone Touch Tiamat. Invis 2 goes off. We do have Fast on the Night. 8 hits, 684 damage. That's not going to last too much longer here. Another Invis 2.
Ali checking some, first floor Earth Cave.
I didn't catch. Did he find anything on the first floor?
I didn't see anything. We haven't seen anything game changing yet.
All right. Well, Demonfr0g lit his third orb at the 1 hour 26 minute mark. So at this point, still haven't seen the power bonk. I don't believe we've seen the dragon armor. We've got one ribbon. We do have wall spells, but I think that was at level 3 if I'm not mistaken. So not too many, and I think it was only white mage learnable. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat. But he's going to be making this Earth Cave die. I can't imagine he checks too many chests. It's just going to be straight on go mode for him.
I'm checking out Melman right now.
Looks like he's doing a spell dive. Unless we saw... I don't think this is where the gold bracelets were. Looks like he's diving for something. Black Magic, Fire 2. Yeah, I'm not sure. He might have mixed up which cities.
Oh, there's wall at level 5.
All right, so he's picking up the wall. So this almost tells you that Demonfr0g's making an absolute rush for it. He's got one ribbon. I don't think he cares anymore about that. He's gearing up. He's going to hit Earth Cave, light that fourth orb, and it's just straight go mode for him. All right, see if Demonfr0g pulls a Meridian special, land that airship on top of the Earth Cave. Nope, he's going to park it like a regular person. Meridian, so sorry, you're the only one here.
Yeah, both of our runners here in the Earth Cave. This is the first, normally in vanilla playthroughs, the easiest dungeon. In Randomizer, you never know what can happen, though. I'm reading in chat that bulls have Brack.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I didn't get a chance to see it. It was more than likely on Ali's side, which means the frames were skipped and we didn't get a chance. But Demon, I'm sure we'll find it. Meridian in chat, unfortunately, no. They have yet to take on your strat of just beating the garbage out of the Earth Cave with your airship. One day they'll learn, though.
This bat does not want Demonfr0g to finish. Cost him about 20 seconds there.
Mighty Light Warrior can take down fiends and kill chaos, but can't convince a bat to get out of the way. Yeah, Demonfr0g not
on this floor. We took about 8 bats out and threw them all into this one part into the party room, but that bat seemed to get away from it.
Yeah, you can take away every bat in the game and leave just one, and that one would almost always find a way to get in your path. All right, so we got my dog squeaking toys in the background here. As soon as Demonfr0g pulls some 4 green ogres, Ali is going to check the Earth chest here. I don't mind this move at all. I think if it's runnable, you're out of it within a couple seconds. There's my dog again. But more importantly, you get a little bit of information about whether or not this is runnable, and you get to check one last chest here. Right, and as Wout would say, everyone say hello to the vampire.
Say goodbye to the vampire. And we didn't even see what happened to him.
Nope, he just disappeared. All right, Demonfr0g also taking that Earth Cave or the Earth Fiend dive, so he's going to check and see what's in the chest. So we actually get to see it's 614 gold, not worth it, but now you know that Earths are runnable.
AliG picking up this dense chest room on the 4th floor. There's his first ribbon.
There it is. So Ali's got his first ribbon. Does Demon check that chest, or is he in absolute go mode right now? He's got wall on 3 characters. I can't imagine
that's a room that doesn't go too far out of the way if you have warp, which he has abundance of warp charges.
He's got plenty of warp. I think he checks it, and I think it pays off well for him with 2 ribbons. Looks like werewolves and green wolves are having their way over here with Demonfr0g.
Though we did see him not take a single step out of the way when he was in the sky, so he may skip it.
Yeah, I think if you're checking for ribbons, you're probably stopping by through sky for a few chests. I don't think Earth Cave is where you make your stand.
And he is going to skip that ribbon.
Right. Skip the ribbon. He's going to go straight to Lich. He is going to light his 4th orb here. Lich should be a pushover for him. So we're looking about Topher at about 135, which is not a bad time. I think he's got plenty of spells to make it viable.
I mean, the one thing I hope he doesn't look is the Roost spell in Provoca. That's an easy one not to write down because, you know, it's only self-cast, you know. It's a really nice spell, but, you know, 3 casts of Roost, nothing's hitting you unless it's a crit.
Yeah, I agree. If you find the Defense Sword, maybe Roost isn't so much of a pickup for you. I still do it, but without Defense Sword, you better be taking notes where Ruse is at, because that can be an absolute lifesaver. We've seen plenty of runs so far in this tournament where after your first 4 fiends there in Topher, you're almost going toe-to-toe with a single character against Chaos. And if you don't have a way to buff that character up, it's good night. So the Ruse spell can definitely come in handy.
You know, Ruse spell can definitely, some solo fighter strats will work. You know, if you get knocked down to just your fighter, 3 casts of Ruse, put a wall on yourself. Well, I guess in this seed you can't put wall on yourself as a fighter, but yeah, you know, he could put the ribbon on him, the 1 ribbon. If, say, you know, Tiamat gave him the business and he was down to just 1 fighter, throw the ribbon on, 3 casts of Ruse, you know, you're going to live through quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. We got a question in chat
doesn't
here.
look like he's going to Provoca, so
He's not going to pick that up, but he doesn't know this quite yet. He's got such a huge lead. He's got enough time to make a dive into Topher to just do an information check. So if it's not scary, he's got this in the bag. If it is scary, maybe he starts to kind of question, okay, what am I missing? What do I need? Ruse spell's out there. I know I've seen it. I don't remember where I've seen it, but let's go make a dive here. So we got our first Topher dive at 1 hour, 33 minutes. Demonfr0g, 4 orbs lit. Ali, he's got 2. He still doesn't have that water orb lit. He doesn't have the wind orb lit. He dove both of those and had some unfortunate wipes. How do you think he's feeling right about now? 1 hour and 33 minutes, only 2 orbs.
I mean, he's got to be feeling behind, to be honest.
I agree. I think that water or the sea shrine's got him pretty rattled at this point, but you never know. They don't call Topher the Great Equalizer for nothing. Demonfr0g come in here and potentially find, I think Will pointed out the other night, one of the greatest videos on YouTube you'll ever see. Tiamat 2. I think the YouTube channel is actually Death Tiamat, if you want to look that up. Death Tiamat 2017 tournament. That is an absolute game changer. You can spend an hour fighting a boss like that. So that's enough time for Ali to catch up. He just needs to kind of collect himself, make that dive back in the water. He's got the ribbon now. He's got the ribbon potentially. I hope we saw it on the Red Wizard. He'll be able to live through some of those spells, some of those hits, and he'll be able to make his way through to crack it.
Yeah, he still has 2 of the longer dungeons to go through with only 1 life caster and 1 ribbon. So, I mean, he should be able to live through it now, but, I mean, he's still... That's a good 10, 12 minutes to make up. Looks like he is going to provoke a...
So he's going to be picking up potentially that roost spell you were talking about. Got Gas Dragons over on Demon's side. Looks like he is not opting to take any of these fights. He must feel pretty comfortable with the levels, or he's just doing an information dive. Level 18, while we did like seeing that, I think he was around 18 around the second orb, and yet here he is still around 18, 19 with all 4 orbs, so a lot of that go mode has now cost him those levels he had the advantage of.
We'll have to see what the gatekeeper, if the gatekeepers have anything. Oh, you never want to see unrunnable Phantom.
Phantoms hit like a truck. Never.
And they give next to no experience.
No, I believe it's a whole whopping 1 experience and 0 gold. Nope, 8 experience, 34 gold on this one. All right, Will Cleosis in chat pointing out Tiamat 2 of Death. As soon as this race finishes, if you have not seen that video, find that video on YouTube. That will suck you into Final Fantasy Randomizer more than anything else will, that I've seen at least. Fantastic race between 4 runners that came to a screeching halt. All right.
Big fan of Demonfr0g not checking those validation chests, because just too great of a chance that you pick up a tent and it screws up your menuing.
While that is true, we still haven't seen the Power Bonk or the Dragon Armor. And I saw a run earlier today that had the Dragon Armor in it. So it can go either way. Papa Foy's in chat saying don't watch that. Might have something to do with the fact that I think he was one of the runners that fought that Tiamat 2 of Death. So definitely watch it for sure. So we got level 19 going for Demonfr0g here. See if he starts taking a few of these fights. Got the Mazmoon. Next breakpoint's coming up soon, is it not? For another hit.
I know one's at 24. I don't know what the breakpoint is before 24. I believe he's hit it because he's getting 4 hits with the Mazmoon. 5 hits is 24.
All right, we got Demonfr0g about to fight Lich 2. See if there's any respect. No respect whatsoever. He pulls into Lich 2, 1 hour, 37 minutes. So 4 minutes into Temple of Fiend Revisited. Leads off the Light 3. Lich responds with a Fire 3, says, take that. I'm not having any of that. Lit 3, right back out, 109. Here's the damage coming out from the Fighter for 193 and Harm 3 following it up. 170, Lich 2, no problem whatsoever. 1
Doesn't
Fiend down.
last a single round.
Nope. 3
We got
Fiends
Ali
to go.
checking these chests that were not checked by Demon.
Hopefully we'll be able to see what's actually in those chests here. Here's a great fight for experience as well. This could be where Ali makes up some of this gap. If Demonfr0g runs into a little bit of hardship in Topher, Ali takes some of these fights, he'll be better prepared to make the dive into water and potentially a little bit better dive into Topher. We'll see what plays out.
Demonfr0g coming on carry 2 right now.
All right, he's not playing around. We saw carry 1 had some hard hits, so he's moving that knight down for carry 2. We get some heals out, and we're gonna see how this plays out for him. So right off the bat, he's already out of heal 2s on the White Mage. Is he doing Bane Strat? Looks like he might be doing Bane Strats. We're gonna temper up that knight. Nope, he's gonna rethink that. We're gonna do Wall in the knight. He's only got 4 casts of that. Interesting. So 4 hits, 342. Doesn't look like Carry rolled High Absorb whatsoever. Wall does go out. Tempers are going out after the fact. Carry leads off with Ice 3. That's not going to be a problem. Oh, you know, you kind of want to see those Bane strats just for the memes. You know you're going to take him out. Probably another.
Do it for the memes. You're 1 and 3.
You're 1 and 3. You're playing the spoiler. Thorhammer. I would have loved to see Bane there instead. 371 from the Mazda, so 2 hits from the Knight, makes quick work of carry 2. And right back up on top goes Stab. Looks like we have a dead Black Mage over on Ali's side. Is he having more troubles diving these dungeons? All right, Demonfr0g on possibly the worst floor in the entire game.
Yeah, and we know lobsters are nasty in this seed.
He does wrap.
They're nasty in just about every seed, and just does not get a single fight the entire time.
Got that hero run on the worst floor. We saw that last night with Bismarck 189. He took out Czar. Czar got the hero run on the Earth floor, which was nice, but Bismarck pulled it off when it mattered.
Put it on the fighter here.
All right, so we're going to protect that fighter at all costs. Fast does go out first on this one, as well as the Invis 2, so we're getting some buffs off early. We're going to see if Kraken's a little bit slappy happy. 6 hits, 364. Another temper goes off. Kraken
only
leads off
lightning
with,
too. We can think that.
Light 2. That tickles. We don't care about that. More tempers going off in the fighter. Another light 2. This Kraken is no problem whatsoever. This is going to be a quick one. 6 hits, 344. More tempers going off. We'll see if Kraken comes back with a melee hit.
Kraken's going to get a third round. Let's see if
Potentially.
He will.
All right. So there goes Kraken 2. We have no idea if he had something.
These have been absolutely nothing so far.
We're coming up on the Papa Foy special, though. Tiamat 2, potentially Tiamat 2 of Death. Round 2? We'll find out.
Yeah, what the heck, Demonfr0g? That there was a white mage and he didn't slap it.
Yeah, I don't know whose fault that is, but we'll blame Demonfr0g.
I mean, I'm gonna blame. It just happens to me. I swear, when Kraken 2 is slappy happy, I'll move around my white mage, put it in the 4th slot, put it in the 3rd slot, and just zeroes in on it every time.
See, the trick is to go ahead and kill your white mage first so that they can't.
That is a strategy.
There you go. You're welcome. You can borrow that note. So we've got 4 worms here going off before we take out Tiamat 2. So maybe a little bit of experience here. It looks like he's up to take the fight. I think it's runnable. Nope, unrunnable.
No, it's
That's
not
racist.
runnable.
All right. Demonfr0g says, please don't kill your white mage. You do what you want. We're not your parent. All right. So we're going to make worm food out of the worms. I don't know how that works. We got some nacho sightings over on Ali's side. Is Ali going to see a Warmech? At this point, are we going to see a Warmech if he does?
I have a feeling he probably will.
All right, chat, get out those Bless RNGs. Sooner or later, you're going to see a couple frames from Ali's stream here. Maybe part of it is a Warmech. Maybe it's not. We'll have to check with him after the race. Demonfr0g says she's smiling at the commentators. She loves the work we're doing. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us here on Randomania 1 for this amazing battle between AliGerBrap 2 and 2, Demonfr0g 1 and 3. My name is Falcomic FF. Joined here in the commentators booth with Tyrannex. And we have, was it Fingers? Do we have Fingers for the first time tracking?
I don't think it's his first time tracking, but he's very new to the community.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see him streaming here in a little bit, getting into the mix. I do have it on good authority that this Saturday, probably tentatively around 3:30 Eastern, we're going to have our first kind of mentoring session. We're going to pick one new runner. We're going to let them stream live, and we're going to get in Discord with them, and we're just going to kind of pick their brain and give them live feedback as to what decisions they're making, where they're going, why they're going, where they're going, just kind of giving some tips. And we're going to upload that to YouTube so that newer runners can kind of get the hang of the game and see how they want to go. Tiamat leading off with Quad X on the Red Wizard, though. Oof. Gets it through, but he's down a Red Wizard. That'll be no problem for a Life 2 pickup.
Yeah, that's no problem. The Gatekeeper's absolute paper on this seed.
Well, you know what that means.
It means that the ultimate final boss Chaos might have some, he could have the nuclear combo. We haven't seen anything like that so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen
We got Ali over on Tiamat right now.
You got Swirl in the mix. You have Tornado in the mix. You still have Bane. We know that with only one ribbon, if they don't get the walls off in time, Crack, Bane, any of those spells can be a potential wipe. So we got Invis 2 going off. There's that Crack. Just like we talked about. 2 go down right off the bat. So you have Invis 2, and all of a sudden now you have a red wizard who you have to decide, do you go offensive with fast like he just did? There's nuclear as well, so fast does go off. We do have an Invis 2 off. 6 hits, 269. A little bit of a high absorb on chaos there with a fast already. Heal 2. This isn't going to be too great of a healing here. Slow 2 going off. It did miss. That would have been a huge game changer. Knight 8 hits, 251. Heal 2 again.
We got about 800 damage on chaos right now.
Yeah, that red wizard is now dead. Knight 7 hits, 192. Nuclear again. So we found our gatekeeper. This chaos is not playing. Except for this round, he cast ink, and that's not too big of a deal. 7 hits, 260. Chaos.
Oh, perfect damage.
There it is. You hate to see it, but there's what Ali was hoping for. You have a wipe on Demonfr0g. We've already found out that none of the fiends are the gatekeepers. Chaos holds all the cards. All right. So
he's going to give it another shot. You know, maybe this time, you know, can get the walls out before crack goes off. I mean, but yeah, we saw nuclear. That's gonna tear through his entire party. That's kind of a situation there where, you know, maybe having Roos, you know, you don't know because he did have the nuclears, but maybe having Roos, he's not getting meleeed there.
Maybe, but on top of that, if Chaos leads off with crack, you don't have enough time to put a wall up, so what do you do there? Demonfr0g takes another reset from the Badman with Blizzard. This is Ali's chance. He's got 3 orbs lit now. He's got 1 left to go. If Demonfr0g goes in and faces the same just destructive chaos that he saw there with cracks, potentially Bane, we don't know. We did see nuclear. We saw some hard hittings. We don't know if chaos is going to do fast. If Demonfr0g wipes again, this race is far from over.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the hour 46-minute mark right now. Ali only has to do the Sea Shrine. The Sea Shrine gave him a lot of trouble, but, you know, now he's in much better position to take care of it.
I agree. I think Ali's got a little bit of PTSD going into the Sea Shrine here. Looks like he's running away from it, actually. He's going to back out. Now he's going back in on rack. Looks like he's having just a little bit of frame issues. That's nothing new, though.
Yeah.
All right.
We
so
got
making the dip.
Demonfr0g, I mean, I think it's understated how much like going through and seeing what has what is important, so that you can, the second time through, you know, it's going to be important for you to get wall out as fast as possible, because we know that chaos has the instant kills, and that can be the difference, just having the knowledge of what a particular theme has, so that you can order things better.
Yeah, I agree. Typically, it does, on one hand, it kind of sucks to find out that Chaos is the gatekeeper because you have to make your way all the way to him. At the same point, it's also nice seeing that Chaos is the gatekeeper, so you can just kind of fly on right through the other fiends and then get yourself back to him. So can you get the walls off in time? Demonfr0g pointing out in chat, if that slow 2 lands, you do have fast. Hopefully you can get fast cast back on there. That nuclear, though, that's going to be the big change here, because you only have 1 ribbon. Even if you get the wall off, you can only get that wall off on so many characters before he decides to throw that out. So it's going to be about how do you react to what you saw.
Got Ninja down on Ali's side, but Red Maid survives, so he's got about 3 more life 2 charges. Ooh, an 8 Badman fight. This is not going to be good.
That's going to be it's gonna be pretty cold. We already saw 1 reset from this. Down goes the Red Wizard. Blizzard's still going out. Down goes the second Red Wizard. White Mage has the ribbon. White Mage taking those blizzards, but at some point, especially if you don't put out any kind of offensive attack, you're just going to sit here and eat blizzards. This might be, and Frost, extra cold Badman.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He might be able to recover from this one.
That's rough, though. There goes 2 life 2 guys. He's got plenty of those, but he is going to dump a couple heals, potions into these characters to get them back up. Mr. Versetti in chat pointing out Badmen are in fact living up to the name. That is exactly right.
That is very true.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Versetti. Glad you got your first live race here. Hopefully it's a good one here for you. 150 into the race, we've got 3 orbs lit for AliGerBrap. We've got 4 for Demonfr0g. He's made it all the way to Chaos. Found out very quickly Chaos is not playing around. He took a wipe. He's making the second dive back through. And streaming chat, good to see you here as well. But yeah, Badmen not playing around. Lobsters, I think we've seen some nastiness from them, but Ali gets his run. Here he is back on Kraken's floor. I think this is round 5 for him. Hopefully he gets to Kraken with all 4 Light Warriors intact.
There goes a... Oh. Well,
and I think
the frames come back and resets out again.
So it's hard to tell, but I think we can pretty much say that that's Death Touch Lobsters? Is that what that is?
I think it's crack. Or
is it crack? I can't see with the frames, but...
Yeah.
Either way, AliGerBrap has 3 orbs lit. He's got 1 left to go, and it looks like he's running and then resetting and then going back in. I think he's just frustrated at this point. That's 5 dives into the Sea Shrine and 5 wipes.
Where Demonfr0g made it through in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, not a problem whatsoever. I think Demonfr0g might have lost a few people, but he picked them up and he just got right to Kraken and took Kraken out no problem. Yeah, I can't tell if it's crack or if it's Death Touch, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's just absolutely eating Ali alive. And you got to feel that at this point, an hour and 50 minutes in, he has got to be feeling the pressure.
Back to Lich 2 on Demon's side.
Lich 2, getting out the fast. Fire 3 is going to go off. Does a little bit of damage to his characters. Nothing too bad. At what point, though, I think we saw earlier that he was debating whether or not he wanted to do...
Damage.
Huge hit. He was debating whether or not to do Bane strats against Carry 2. Do you think now that he's seen what Carry 2 has to offer, or Kraken 2, do we start to see a little bit more mean strats to save some spell charges?
He's got so much temper and fast. I think you maybe just go with buff up the fighter and let him take swings.
Yeah, I agree. You've got the Mazmoon. You've got plenty of fast and temper. Just put it all on the knight and let the dice roll. All right, so we have AliGerBrap making his 6th, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 dive. 6 dive into the Sea Shrine. 6th time is the charm? Is that how it goes?
It's a possibility this time. I mean, at one point, I think you just maybe don't run from those lobsters. You just try to lightning 3 them off. The lobsters don't have a ton of health, so you might be able to just maybe get lucky and blow them up before they blow you up.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you've seen any of my runs, I run into Argoyles. They always have something nasty. At some point, just because you do a retaliation nuke or fire 3 or ice 3, you get tired of wiping to them that you want to take the fight to them. And that might be the key for Ali to turn it around. If he could just get to Kraken with 2 or 3 people alive at these levels, he'll be able to take it out no problem and get his way into Topher. And we've already seen, so far it looks like Topher's a bit of a breeze. Again, Demonfr0g with that Mazmoon Knight, fast and tempered, making quick work. All right, so we're closing in on the 2-hour mark here. Tyrannix, why don't you go ahead and give our viewers a little bit of a recap of what we saw and where we saw it.
Okay, we did not have very good level 1 black magic. We had to have a bit of a grind. It took about 5 minutes to get through Garland. King had the crown, Sarah had the cube, Sages had the slab, Slarda had the bottle, Pirates had the loot, the floater was in the ice cave. Vendor cube for 36,000. Waterfall had the rod. Ordeals had the tail. AliGerBrap hates the Sea Shrine. Demonfr0g had quite a bit of trouble getting from the going counterclockwise around the map. Getting from having that really crappy level 1 black magic to getting to the point where he could get some good level 2 black magic. That kind of put him behind, but he's definitely got the more, what I would say, conservative party of the two, and that's been able to get him through. I think this is now the 7th run for Ali, trying to get through the Sea Shrine.
We're gonna have to start naming these runs. We were on attempt number 6. This is 7th Heaven. We've got ESPN Ocho coming up on the next one if he wipes again. Hopefully he doesn't. At this point, chat, put out
was
your.
Was that a Slappy Happy Kraken 2 this time?
Took out the Red Wizard. We didn't see that earlier because of what was it, Light 2?
Yeah, I think. Oh, he's going Slappy Happy.
Oh, there's the Demonfr0g special. White Mage is down. Temper going out on the Knight. Let's see if Kraken doesn't roll out the spell list. The Light 2 is something you really want to see at this point. Knight leads off 7.
Ooh, there we go. Now,
all right.
Having this Red Mage is going to be able to, has 1 life 2 cast left.
Got 1, but he can res up other people that do have it. So here's where you start to see that party selection he picked with the 2 Red Mages worked out in his favor on this one.
The only thing of note there is that fast is in the same level as life 2, so that particular Red Mage won't be able to fast up the Knight. Means you may want to hold on, maybe not fast the Knight on this Tiamat 2. We didn't see anything too nasty out of Tiamat 2.
I don't think we did. There goes another Red Wizard, though.
Taking a nap.
Ooh, and even more important, we got the Knight stunned here on an unrunnable fight, and he's your Maz Moon holder. So at this point, I don't think we've seen Cure 4. You can't cure him out of that. You just have to go offensive. It looks like he's doing it out of the black shirt. Heal 2 going out. We're going to try to keep that Knight alive. Hopefully he recovers from that stun here soon. Not this round, though. Looks like he's thinking long and hard. Do I want to cast a Heal 2? Do I want to do Light 3? Looks like we're just going to do black shirt strats. Hopefully we can get those worms down. 134 damage, critical hit on the Knight. 94 damage on the Knight. 105 takes out the Red Wizard. This could be trouble for Demonfr0g. 95 takes out the Knight. There's a reset.
Goodness gracious.
Again, we're starting to see this.
You don't think that the worms are going to take you out like that.
Wow. After the Kraken 2, you got to be feeling pretty good. You're about to take out Tiamat. He was no problem.
He's probably beating himself. I don't know if he ever moved over his ribbon.
Looks like he's got ribbon on Fade, his white
and
wizard.
Right away he just moves the ribbon over so that doesn't happen again.
It's a smart move. All right, it looks like Ali is learning from his mistakes. He's not. He's going backwards though. Why is he going backwards?
That's.
Oh.
Here we got 5 lobsters and a sea snake.
I was just about to praise him. It looked like he took the fight to those lobsters and sea snakes, and then he went backwards the floor. And now here we are taking the fight again. There goes the Knight. Light 3 does go out. Like you said, they don't have that much health. There goes the Thief or the Ninja. Light 3 again. He gets out of the fight. He'll be able to res up again, but he's playing fast and loose with this step encounter here. He's taking a lot of extra steps, dipping back and forth on floors. The less fights you can take here, the better. I don't know quite what he's doing here.
I would say at this point, me personally, I would be tilted off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I think Ali just at this point, I think he might have lost it. He's gonna make his way towards Kraken. He steps away. If he could just get through this, we've already seen Demon has given up quite a bit of time with 2 wipes now, 3. Well, 2 wipes and a couple of resets from Topher.
Unrunnable mud goals.
You're right though. Ali did adjust his game to his credit. He's not running from these fights. He's taking them. The fights that killed him, he's actually taking them. To quote Will, I think the best way to handle an enemy is to make it a dead enemy. You don't fear a dead enemy, so don't worry about running. Just take him out. So he's finally got 4 Light Warriors. We're doing a Kraken fight here. This is Kraken 1. We've seen Kraken 2 as Slap Happy. See if we can catch a little bit of these frames here.
The E-Tap makes a good point. I mean, if the race gets to the point where AliG gets to Kraken 2 and we got a Slap Happy Kraken 2 and he just slaps the Red Mage down, it's his only life 2 caster, you know, it could be really difficult for him to get through.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a fan of checking those validation chests regardless. It's a free step count. You're not wasting any of your encounters. it looks like Ali's actually playing this almost as if it was a Kraken 2 fight. He's rusing the knight, he's fasting him, he's kind of buffing up. I think at this point he's playing.
He just wants to get through it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do this again. He's making sure at all costs he gets through this fight so he can have that 4th orb. Demonfr0g, again, one wipe away in this race that was 4 orbs to 1 is now suddenly neck and neck. So, all right, Ali gets that Kraken killed. Tied up. 4 orbs, 4 orbs. Demon's
We're
got
one
the
wipe away. We're one Demonfr0g wipe away from having a tie match.
Absolutely. Demonfr0g never did pick up Ruse, though, did he?
Demonfr0g never did. We know that AliG did. We don't know if that will be, you know, a difference maker at this point yet.
All right. Will Cleos is speaking gibberish in chat. We're going to ignore him. I think maybe one of the admins might want to ban him there. He's looks like he's personally attacking somebody, and it doesn't feel good. But anyways, we've got green Medusas here. That's great XP over here for Demonfr0g. Again, though, I think he might be having a little bit of PTSD after those worm encounters there, so maybe he doesn't take these fights so nonchalantly. We got Lich for the 3rd time. Lich 2 going off. Nope, still no Bane strats. You don't see it too often, but the Thorhammer's going out, Mazmoon going out.
Don't be a bully, Will. You got to work in the morning.
Yeah, Will, don't be a bully. Fire 3 going out, almost takes out Cape, down to 30, down on one knee. Still doing Thor, but Knight takes care of business. So 508.
8th time was a charm though for Ali on that Street Shrine. He's buying some spells. He's probably gonna get in there in about the 203, maybe 205 mark.
Yeah, as bad as this has been, I like this move from Ali. He has to feel behind. 8 wipes or 8 times through Sea Shrine, and your opponent still isn't done. I think he's pulling a Will move right here. I don't care. I'm going to make sure that when I make my first dive, I do it fully stocked, fully geared on my terms. And now he's making his way in there. He's got everything he thinks he needs. Make your rush now. He's at level 19, level 20. That's actually a level higher than Demonfr0g when he made his first dive, and he made it all the way to Chaos. So who knows? I mean, this is a race. You literally have a race now. We're about to do carry 2 for the 3rd time. See him switching up his party here. He's putting the knight towards the bottom. Carry shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Let's see if Ali's luck doesn't turn around here. Looks like Ali's going to check the TOF chest here. We didn't see Demonfr0g do that.
I mean, maybe there's something game-changing in here?
By game-changing, do you mean like the game changer?
It's a possibility. We have not seen something game-changing yet in this seed.
We haven't. If only there were people in chat that could root our runners on to potentially find that game changer.
No, he reset out of there. I mean, the game changer could be in the validation chest.
Could be. Could be. I don't think we saw too many of the fiends that had high absorb or high evasion, so...
There we got AliG, 1 frame at a time at 2 hours and 3 minutes into this race as in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
2 hours, 3 minutes, but more importantly, his opponent's not done. So to him, I think he might start to feel that maybe his opponent found the same nastiness in Sea Shrine. Maybe he feels ahead. This could be one of those times where if you just take your time and play it slow, slow equals fast. Slow and steady, play it safe, make sure you cover all your bases. You want to get a little frantic, you feel like you're behind, you start making fast decisions that kind of go against you here. Maybe he just settles in and plays
it fast in this fight. I wonder if he's thinking about grinding. It's
possible. I don't know that you would waste a fast on a green dragon, but
no, he just maybe he did cast a fast with his black mage.
All right, here we see the just ferocious speed of 3 frames per second. There's money. Money in the
validation chest. Okay, that doesn't mess up your menuing.
We're so rich, we're just gonna bribe Chaos. we got Demonfr0g over here on Kraken 2's floor. Kraken 2 found out last time a little bit slappy happy. Took out the Demonfr0g character, huh?
Yeah, I remember that first run he had. He had that hero run, just made it completely through this floor. That's when I thought it was Destiny.
Yeah, I didn't see in the first run, did he do a power cycle outside Topher, or did he run in there with
I don't remember what he did as far as cycling, but he got a really good run, just completely went through this entire floor. And then, you know, Kraken was using spells instead of being slappy happy.
Ran right through. So keep in mind, folks, less than 20 minutes ago, we were looking at close to a 3-orb deficit, maybe 25, 30 minutes ago. All of a sudden, we're looking at 3 floors. It was 3 orbs. We're 3 floors away. Demonfr0g does have the knowledge, but at the same point, all the knowledge in the world doesn't save you from the fact that Chaos does crack. He's got nuclear. He's got all sorts of badness coming towards you. We haven't seen if he has fast. We don't know if he has nuke coming up. He could have Bane with only 1 ribbon if you don't get those walls off in time. This is not an easy fight. So Kraken 2 being pulled here. AliG is about to be pulling Lich. We're 3 floors away. This could be anyone's race.
I did not write down when Demon entered Topher, but this is why we call it like the, you know, the great equalizer, because I have written down that Demon lit his 4th orb at hour 32. So it's been about 35 minutes for him since he lit his last orb that he's been spending, you know, in Topher here.
Yeah, he spent quite a bit of time. We're finally starting to see.
There's
maybe
the
it's
Bane
just out of
strat.
frustration. We're seeing Bane strats finally pulling out the will strat.
Slappy happy on stab.
Yeah,
There
that's
goes
not what you
Kate.
want to see. There goes the Red Wizard, but I think Stab's going to finish it out. Yep, 888 damage, was it? Okay, so now we move on to the floor with the Gatekeeper, which isn't Tiamat. It's actually 4 worms.
That is true.
All right, so 4 worms are our Gatekeeper before Chaos. Let's see if Demonfr0g can get past that.
He did move the ribbon around to the fighter, so the fighter won't get stunned up. You can just like knock him down one at a time.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
But he's moving his mass immune to
I didn't
his
see
white
what he moved
mage.
it. Here's those worms, though.
Here it is.
So we have Lich 2 pull for AliG finally at the 207 mark. There's Swirl. We didn't see that earlier, did we?
Goodness gracious, no, we didn't.
Wow, Ali just has no luck whatsoever. He does get past Lich 2, though, with all 4 alive. He'll be able to cure up out of that. Looks like we have Stun Touch from the worms again. He finally gets past the worms. We are about to have a Tiamat 2 pull for the 3rd time?
Chat, help me out. Is Temple of Fiends Revisited, is that 2,000 years in the past or 2,000 years in the future?
Oh, I don't know if Jack can help you out on that one.
Because it's something. It's because Versetti was talking about Topher was destroyed by an airship crashing into it. I'm pretty sure it's like 2,000. Topher's 2,000 years in the past.
It's in the past here. We have another worm fight for Demon. He loses Cape. He's got the life 2 charges. That's 2 fights, though. Those worms have been, they're proven harder than some of these fiends.
Yeah, they're definitely tougher than Tiamat 2.
All right, so Demonfr0g about to pull Tiamat 2 here. I don't know if we're going to see anything too crazy out of that. There goes the Mazmoon back on stab. AliGerBrap, did he exit out?
He did not see.
I think he exited out. I don't know if he wiped. I didn't catch that. There's Bane on Tiamat 2. Bane strats, the Will Cleosis strats. We're going to do this just like he would. Bane on Will Cleosis 2. Oh, he's down.
Poison smoke.
Poison smoke takes down Tiamat 2. Blizzard from the Rockles, though, it's not going to make it too easy to get his way to Chaos, but he finally does make it there. So we have our 2nd Chaos pull. Here's where the fun starts. So we have Chaos with Nuclear. We have Chaos with Crack. He led off with Crack against a party with 1 ribbon. Luckily, he only took down 2 people. Maybe this time he takes down 3. We'll see.
Or maybe he leads off with ink.
Well, that's not fun. All right, chaos fights. We have Invis 2 going out on White Wizard. We've got.
There's Crack, and Crack misses everyone.
There's the look that Demonfr0g is looking for. 3 hits, 250 damage. There goes the fast. Here goes 2 Invis 2 casts. He's set up pretty nicely. We've got Nuke going out on the Green Dragons for Ali. Invis 2 is going to lead off, so we've got our second round here. Let's see what Chaos leads with.
6 Invis 2, I believe, gives you max evasion.
Yeah, you're done after this. Enough Invis 2s here. Here's where you'd like to have that Ruse spell, though, for Stab.
There's Nuclear.
There's the Nuclear.
Some decently low rolls got through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't take out any members. There's a 324 coming from the Mazmoon. Here goes the wall spells. Here goes the heal pots. All right. Heal pots it is. All right, we are going to put all bets on Stab. Stab is going to go for it. Stab hits, 7 hits, 170 damage. Heals, heal 2s. Yeah, at this point, you are absolutely putting your hands up in prayer. Invis 2 is going out. Chaos,
I think you just got to go out and throw your temper, all your tempers that you can.
Yeah, every temper you can. Fast.
No, don't waste it on heal 2s.
Not looking good. I don't know that Stab's going to have enough damage. Quad X, that's a Hail Mary. That's ineffective, so over 300 damage for sure. Bane Strats, Will Kleos is ineffective. Stab to Chaos, 7 hits, 214 damage. We're whittling away, but we're not there yet. No more tempers. Fast, ineffective. No more walls. You've got nothing. Heal 2 is going out. Bane Strats again on Chaos, ineffective. Who are we? We're not Shilazia. You can't do that. 6 hits, 248. Heal 2s. We're going to buff up again. Here goes Chaos, though. At some point, he's going to roll back around to that Nuclear. Do you have him down before then? Slow 2, ineffective. Did we give up Bane Strats? There we go. We're backing out to it. Bane Strats going off again. Quad X, maybe? What? You have
I don't think he's low enough for Quad X. I think we've done about 800 damage to him again. 7 hits, 202. Bane Strats going out. Ineffective again. Chaos with the Nuclear. Right on cue. Again, doesn't take out any of the Light Warriors there. So he survives. He still has 4 Light Warriors going off. No more cures. He has nothing left. He has very few health potions. He's got Quad X as a Hail Mary. Ineffective again. Bane Strats. Will Kleos is ineffective. Stab going out. 8 hits, 249. Chaos giving a free round here. Here's Ink. Lands on Hat. Doesn't matter. Light 3 going off. 60 damage. This is going to be a slugfest between 2 wet noodles. What are you going to do here? Chaos missing again. The Invis 2 coming in strong. Bane going out. Ineffective again. Ooh, 698 crit.
698. That's a huge hit. Quad X might land. Ineffective. So we still have at least 300. Actually, can you Quad X Chaos? I don't know if you can.
I have no idea.
Chaos. We'll find out soon. We've got walls going out. A little late for walls. All right. Stab. Chaos.
Boom.
7 hits, 470.
GG.
Demonfr0g able to persist after a couple of wipes. He started off slow. Chat, get your GGs out. We have a finish at about the 2-hour, 12-minute mark. We have what?
2 hours, 12 minutes, 47 seconds.
Absolutely fantastic finish from Demonfr0g. A little bit on the ropes there. Was a little concerned he might not be able to have enough firepower to put it away, but he did. So Demonfr0g takes his win. He's 2-3. That puts AliG at 2-3, and unfortunately, we have Demonfr0g playing spoiler. So both of these runners, they're going to be sitting back in the comfort of their couch and watching the play-in race as the 3 and 2s take their swings at trying to make the bracket round.
See Demonfr0g's in the waiting room. Let's drag him in and get it. GG, Demon.
GG, Demon.
Wow, that was not a fun one.
It was not fun. 2 hours, 12 minutes. Really rough level 1 black magic. Just walk us through that one.
I mean, initially it was tried to get get the chests out of Temple of Fiends, and between all of the nasty stuff, said forget it. Just temper strats with fists for Garland, and then pray that there was something in Elfland, and that didn't work out. You saw me floundering around between Elfland and Crescent Lake. I was really at a loss of what to do.
Hey, Demon, Falconic here. You actually, at the beginning, like you said, you had a little bit of a struggle there early on, Garland, with a lack of weapons, really. Ali actually had not only a level lead on you, I think he had 2 or 3 levels. He actually had about 2,000 gold lead on you as well. And then he ran into, after Ice Cave, he ran into Sea Shrine, which absolutely decimated him. I don't think you saw any troubles in Sea Shrine, did you?
No, I don't remember Sea Shrine or Sea Floor being that bad at all.
We believe that it took 8 tries for Ali to get through the Sea Shrine.
Yep.
What was in there that was so nasty?
The lobsters were just giving him the business.
I think lobsters it was hard to tell because Ali had a lot of frame drops throughout the entire run, but I think we saw that lobsters had death touch, and they touched hard. They wiped him quite a bit. You made the dive into Volcano early, and you checked the chest that he didn't. You found your first ribbon, and you immediately put it on your Life 2 caster, and I think that saved you the match because he didn't have that, so multiple wipes. It took him 8 tries to clear out Sea Shrine, and you made it through in about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I just rolled. There's not. I was like, oh, okay. That kind of made me up some time. I lost it in Topher because, geez, all the unrunnables.
Yeah, that looked pretty. So double red mage, white mage, fighter. I actually really like that party.
Yeah, I mean, red mage has so much access to the early level black magic, and then it's kind of restricted with the early level white magic, so you have a pretty good chance of getting everything you need on those workhorse levels 1 through 4.
Will Cleosis in chat, congratulations on poison smoking of Tiamat 2.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
And we noticed.
Did you feel like you were behind that run, or did it get to like the 2-hour point and you're like, something has to be crazy on his end also?
I mean, obviously I knew he was dealing with the same thing I did, but I thought that if he had, just from the very beginning, if he was able to get into Temple of Fiends, get those chests that had a little bit of money in it, and he could afford Bane and Zap at Elfland, that could have easily opened it up from the very beginning. So I felt like I was on my heels the entire time.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting race. I mean, that's one of the first seeds that I've seen that just absolutely nothing usable, really, other than temper at level 1, like combat-wise. Usually there's something like a confuse or, or a quad X or a Bane or something that can get you through at least Garland, but that was a rough one.
And then I just didn't have the money in Elfland to get the Bane or Zaps. Like, all right, well, let's just try to YOLO run the Crescent Lake, and technically I made it, but there was all kinds of nasty crap over there too. So, all right, let's go back to Elfland and grind a little bit. Ended up grinding. Like, yay, I can afford Bane. Went and bought Bane. Looked at my magic. I didn't have a charge of it yet. Like, well, found a lot of good that did me.
Yeah. Something we were thinking about when the first time when you made it to Crescent Lake, and I believe it was the slab. Did you ever think about not going to Crescent and then just going to Provoca instead?
I would really, I wanted to just stop there to drop a save, honestly. Once I had the tents,
I mean, yeah, it is. There wasn't much in the way of camping equipment early either.
Yeah, I mean, the grind is what I was able to buy a couple of things at cabins, and that's what got me up to Provoca, and finally found Lit 3, and that's when things kind of started to open up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it was a rough first 20 minutes, and then I'd say a really tight, really nice hour, and then Topher happened.
Yeah.
One thing we saw you do really, really well, you routed phenomenally. I think, unless I'm mistaken, when you went up to Gaia to turn in your bottle, you also took the time while you're in the area to hit up Lafine to get your chime. You dove Mirage while you're in the area. So it looked like you were consciously trying to group all of those items together at once to kind of get a collective of what kind of weapons and armor you can get. And then you went and did Waterfall with On-Rack paired together. So your routing was phenomenal. And I think we saw Ali actually double dip Cardia He didn't do the chime, so we had to go back to do the chime. He did on rack. He wiped on the Sea Shrine. He started going to, I think he went to Mirage Tower. He wiped there. He went to Volcano. He was kind of all over the map. I think out of frustration. Your routing, though, was phenomenal. I think you did a really, really great job. And from seeing your early races, that's something that you and I both have kind of not really struggled with, but it's definitely something that it seems that your practices have paid off because it was phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you. The one thing I did remember, I got the tail out of what was that? Ordeals, I think it was.
Vanilla.
And then I went to Alpha and went, wait, I was supposed to do God, didn't turn around. But yeah, I always try to do bottle slab, and then I like doing chime early just because it's Power Peninsula monsters, and you can get some levels while you're getting progression. Then you're right there next to a bunch of chests for Mirage, and there's a lot of experience in there. I'm sorry I didn't see more vampires because those seemed really squishy. But you just burn down your spell charges, grab those, what is it, like 8 chests or so, and then dip out.
Mm-hmm. We just saw a quad X on AliG, so you got the Bane strats. He pulled off the quad X. He's running into a Wizard Vampire. This is the Poogle special here right before the Chaos fight. He's going to be jumping in. This is his first pull on Chaos. He has no idea what's in store for him. What did you think the first time you pulled Chaos and you saw that crack go off and take out 2 Lightworkers?
I was like, all I needed was just one more turn, and I could have gotten some invisibles up and all that. College try, I think that last hit I had 63 hit points, hit me for 68. I think I was close. I'm pretty sure I was sniffing. I could have quad X'd them if I had someone that could quad X at that point. But it looks, yeah, crack, nuclear, possibly. I think he may have rolled 2, had to have rolled 2 nuclears because he went crack, nuclear.
I think he had 1 nuclear, but it was on the it wasn't on the spell list, it was on the ability list, and it rolled around.
Oh, because he opened with crack, and then I thought he did back-to-back nukes after that, but...
He
so we got AliGerBrap pulling Chaos at about 2 hours, 22 minutes with a full party.
Chad, go ahead and put out your good luck wishes here. Let's have Ali clear it in 1 run. He has no idea what's coming. I think he has wall. That might have been Demon we were talking about after that first run when you saw the crack. We thought that the next time you pulled Chaos, you were immediately going to throw out walls here. But I don't think, I think you actually lucked out. Your next pull, Chaos did crack and nobody died to it.
Yeah, he did that, but all right, I need to get some invisibles up, and then after that I threw a couple of walls around. But I mean, I was on E. I was definitely running.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing left. Like, all right, well, Bane swords, Bane strats, whatever I can throw at him.
Here goes that nuclear we were talking about with the frame drops. It looks like he's already down 1 Light Warrior. He did pick up Rouge for his Knight, though. Did you consider picking that up?
If I had remembered it, I would have.
That's what we thought. All right, so Rouge goes off. He'll be protected from physical attacks. I don't think we saw too many physical attacks going out from Chaos. Then again, you put out about 19 in Viz 2, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, and he looks like he's quite a bit higher than me.
And I think the first time you dove into Topher, you actually had level 18, level 19. He's about level 19, 20 when he went in. All right, so we're going to do some heal potions here, and I think he's just going to hope that that Knight carries him home.
Oh, 1,741 damage.
Wow!
GG.
Whammo! Goes the Knight with the Mazmoon. 1,700 damage. Get out of my face, Chaos. This is revenge for all those wipes in the Sea Shrine. Break yourself into pieces. Get out of my face. That's a GG for AliG. He finishes with an SRL time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, 1 second. And I think he's going to pick up smoking or drinking now, because that was a rough one for him.
What do you suggest for a drink after a seed like that?
Gasoline. Something strong. I don't know.
I think I had some Japanese whiskey in the corner. That's a good look.
Some soaky?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so AliG with the 1 clear turn of Chaos. Demon, it took you more than 1 turn. Do you feel bad? I'm just kidding.
There's definitely a smear on the floor where my previous 3 parties were.
So, how do you feel about being spoiler here, knocking AliG to 2 and 3 and keeping him out of the bracket? Do you feel bad? Do you feel good? that had to be a good win for you, right?
It's bittersweet. I'm a little torn that I didn't get anything out of winning this. I'm still 2-3, so I'm not making it to the brackets either. But when I first started with the Swiss phase, knowing that everyone was going to be kind of in the same ballpark of each other skill wise, I said, all right, my goal is one win. I want one win, and not to put up a goose egg. And I was 1-3, but that was due to a forfeit. So I'm like, all right, that doesn't count. So now I need to go to 2-3. That was my goal, so I made that. So I'm happy for that. But it kind of sucks that it comes at the expense of Ali not making it to the brackets.
Well, I agree. But at the same time, you got to play your own game. You play to win. You don't play to lose or hand anyone anything.
Hey, we got Ali in the waiting room. We'll pull him in here right now.
I don't think anyone had a tougher run through this tournament than you did, Demon. And we brought that up with the whole pairing down, pairing up. You did it 3 times out of 5. To take out AliG like this, he's a phenomenal player. This was a rough seed. You played it very well. He played it very well. So I would feel very, very good.
Hey, GG, Ali. I assume you never want to see the Sea Shrine again in your life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's weird because I didn't think about like skipping some encounters. And I said, why do I try? If I try to not get the 2 lobsters encounter later, it took me like 5 deaths, 4 or 5 tries before like saying I could do that. You were ambushing a lot.
Yeah, that was really rough. I mean, there's not much that can be done about that. I mean, what we couldn't really see on your stream, but what did they have that was hurting? Was it crack or was it death touch?
Death touch.
Okay.
Not something like the only way to really have a shot to survive this is pretty much to hope that you have an high enough magic defense, and they had at least 3 hits. Because like I remember run later when I was able to sometimes survive to their hits. What they had, and also I have no count of so many dungeons in this. Also, I knocked out of Sky because I saw what was it? Had Blizzard, and I didn't have a ribbon yet, and didn't have like any ice protection. I was in Temple of Fiends. I found 1 ribbon and I think the flame armor and what was it? So the black shirt, which helped a lot. Coming back.
Yeah, Topher was just between. Yeah, the rock goals had Blizzard, the worms were unrunnable. I mean, I lost a run in the Topher just on those because they had stun touch and they were beating me up.
I thought I needed to get my knight to 24 to have a shot, probably.
Ali, actually, at one point, you were 3 orbs down at one point, and because Demonfr0g ran into a little bit of kind of a rough go in Topher, you caught up all 3 orbs, and at one point, you were 3 floors away from him in Topher, so you caught that gap up very, very quickly. How did you feel early game? You had kind of a strong lead. You were actually ahead 2 or 3 levels on him. You had money on him. You actually chose to go to that Sea Shrine early, and we all saw kind of the troubles you had with the death touch. Then you went to Mirage and you wiped. What were you thinking about that time? Was it just that you needed to get an orb lit? You were trying to go for maybe ribbons? What was your thought process?
At first, when I saw that death touch, I was like, maybe I can try to like to be able, just being able to like just get past them. And like, I think it took me like 2 or 3 tries before saying, okay, I'm out of here. I'm not trying this again. And after that, it was I went to Sky because I knew it was probably better to do from routing standpoint. I think it was quite a closer play, and I just didn't know. Guessing that if I didn't have death touch and like I went to other places, I probably would have finished a lot earlier because I would have gained levels, knowing what I did. And that's just what I went one place. It didn't work out. It is what it is.
I mean, you played a heck of a game for sure to be able to make up that orb deficit like you did. Sure, Demonfr0g ran into some bad encounters in Topher, but we're talking about a 3 orb deficit that you caught up there, so that was phenomenal. That quickly turned into a race there for sure. there was a moment where you had wiped in Sea Shrine for a little bit. You kind of went into Mirage. You wanted to see what was there. You actually wiped there to some of the badmen that had not only Blizzard, but Frost, it turned out. They were very, very icy today. And then you went to Volcano and you cleared out the armory, but you skipped one chest right at the beginning that Demon actually picked up, and it turned out to be a ribbon. So you missed out on the second ribbon there just barely. But you had wall spells, so did you feel pretty good about your armor and your gear and your spells going into Topher?
I think I was okay. I didn't find a lot, which is like for I think I checked at least 135 and even more because like I wiped and I robbed the 10 chests, so like I probably checked at least 145 or 150. So like I felt my gear was good enough once I had I wanted to have a second ribbon just in case because it's always good to have a second one, but like I wouldn't go out of my way. Once I had my first ribbon, I felt okay. Maybe like I'm gonna check like for the clunk of chests and hopefully I get some. And like the only other thing I forgot was I forgot that I wiped with the katana. There was one in the greed room in Sky. Sky, like just before like, I forgot about I didn't have the katana. That's one thing I also forgot.
Gotcha. Well, Demon, Ali, do you guys have any final thoughts on the seed? Anything you guys have yet to express that you want to throw out there before we wrap up?
I mean, that was a heck of a way to end the Swiss for us. You know, GG Ali, I'm sorry I won. I feel bad that you know I knocked you out. But I'm kind of half serious about the pity party bracket that I'm going to set up maybe for all the losers. So maybe we can all have our own little bit of fun, our own little bit of competition while the real bracket goes out.
I like that idea. I'm 2-2 as well, and I'm more than likely going 2-3. So I look to join you guys there as well. Hopefully, we can have our own fun race, kind of make it interesting for those of us that aren't in the play-in. Tyrannix, anything else? Any last words, comments about this race?
No, thanks for everything. Thank you, Randomania. Thank you, Slick Fingers. Good race, guys. It was a tough one. I think that's it.
Absolutely. Well, we pulled it off the entire match. We're gonna pull out some more Will Strats here in the vein that he would do it. My name is Falconic. I was joined in the commentator booth by Tyrannix. We've got Slick Fingers on the tracking. We had a great race between AliGerBrap and Demonfr0g. Join us again on Randomania. We've got quite a few more matches here to round out week 5 before we move into the play-in race. And we are going to dive right into brackets. So for Randomania, for Tyrannix, for our runners, for Slick, we will catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining us.